Yo, 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 yo!
Yo, yo!
Welcome, welcome. Hey, I have an idea.
You already fucked it up.
I know, right?
Hey, what's your idea?
Let's have a convo about the Mighty Thor.
There he is. Thor.
Welcome to Compton Convo Express.
Welcome.
I'm Pedro, the Marvel fanboy.
And I'm Tom, the Cosmic Kid.
And with us is Pat Gamer himself.
Professor Xavier.
I'm mad you didn't write down the intro.
Hey, it's on the script now.
Today.
So today we're convoing about the Mighty Thor.
The Mighty Thor.
Go ahead, Pat. Take it away.
All right, let's start off with our first segment. We're going to get right into it. This is our season 2 finale, everyone.
Finale, everybody.
All right, so
Yes.
segment 1. How many people have had the title of the God of Thunder? I'm going to let Tommy take this one off, and I think we're actually tag teaming this one.
Yeah,
You guys
we
have a
are.
lot
We're
to
going to
say.
tag team it. And speaking of, there's a lot of people with the hammer Thor.
Start with the number. Number
All right,
4.
number 1, guys. I got Thor, of course, son of Odin. Here we go, from Journey of Mystery, 1962, issue number 83.
Written by Stan Lee and the King Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby, baby, and 8 by Joe Sinnott. Number 2, I got Roger Red Norval. First appearance in Thor from the series 1966, issue 276.
Written by Roy Thomas and John Buscema.
Great Roy Thomas. I actually met Roy Thomas. Great guy. Yeah, little guy. He's the guy who created actually Vision for Avengers.
Didn't you really?
Yeah, that's another story.
Good
I'll
writer.
probably tell you that at the end. Then number 3, of course, my boy Bills, the horse Thor.
You, I hold no guilt about killing.
Guys, classic epic first appearance in Thor from 1966 series, issue 337.
Written and drawn by Walt Simonson.
The man,
The
the
man.
legend, and all this came out back in 83 when this book dropped. Number 4, I got Thunderstrike Thor,
His real name, Eric Masterson.
issue 408.
Wait. Written by Tom DeFalco and artist by Ron Friends.
Great writer. He's all our friends.
He's all
Great writer. I got Throg for number 5, the Mighty Thor Frog, from 2015, issue 700.
written and drawn by Walt Simonson.
Actually, quite a bit of writers in there, quite a bit of inkers in that. Issue 700. I mean, it was like a big buffet
You
of
said
writers.
issue 700?
700 from
Oh,
Thor.
I got issue Thor 364.
That's the first one.
The first.
But the one I'm talking about is the second Throg.
Okay, there you go.
No, there was 2. There's
There's 2.
2
Thors.
froggies running around
Oh,
with a
2,
hammer.
and they were both worthy. So technically, both answers do count.
Said no frog legs tonight, baby.
That's right.
I say D-Nay.
I say D-Day. So
All
now,
right, guys.
Imagine a Nordic frog fighting off in front.
dude, they're not only kicking like rats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were kicking normal people's ass too.
They're just running around.
You can hear me. He was
you-
worthy.
He was talking too, right?
He was
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
That was the funny part about him.
That's dope.
Cool
All right,
character.
guys. So number 6, I got Jane Foster, the goddess of thunder. Issue 4 from 2014, issue number 1.
And her first appearance also was in Journey in the Mystery 84. But Thor number 1, it was written by Jason Aaron and
The great-
artist Russell Dauterman. Great artist.
Amazing. Guys, number let's go 7. I got Dargo, I believe it's pronounced. Ator from issue 384 from Thor.
Written by Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends.
Yes, that's the future Thor, guys. That's
Yes.
not our Thor that we got running around now.
Yeah, it was an alternate future too. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
From the year 2537 to be exact.
So unprepared for this.
How great is this?
I jump on it. I wouldn't argue on it because it wasn't my honorable mention, even though it's an alternate universe Thor.
We'll
But
talk
you know
about
what?
it after.
He was.
Well, he was
that-
rolling
he was
in
rolling
616 for a bit. Remember
Thor. He
the
did
Thor
show up
Corps?
during the Thor Wars.
He was with the Thor
He was
Corps,
with
yeah.
Thor Corps. So there you
All right,
go.
guys, and number 9, I got Storm. Again,
Goddess
another
of
goddess of thunder. Storm came out in Thor. I'm sorry, X-Men annual from
Uncanny
1970. Uncanny X-Men Annual, number 9.
Written by Chris Claremont and artwork by Arthur Adams.
Now, I know this last one is a little iffy, but I'm going to throw this in the mix. It's Ragnarok, the clone of Thor.
Not on my list. Go ahead. Explain it.
All right, we're going to go back to the beginning, right, P?
Go for it.
All right, guys. Thor, of course, Journey of Mystery from 1962, issue number 83. Now classic Don Blake. He went and actually found the camera of Thor, but it was a stick, I believe, right?
It was a stick, a walking stick.
Yeah, and when he would hit it, he would actually have the powers of Thor. He was actually worthy. Earth was being invaded by aliens.
Yes.
Um,
Attacked by the aliens from Saturn.
yeah, they all look like rock.
They were like Korg. Korg
Yeah.
is related to these aliens.
Yeah, the rock creature.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep, the little rock dudes, man.
Yep.
I'm just
By the
thinking-
way, love seeing that species in the Planet Hulk storyline. When they come
yes.
back. It's really
That's
Even
what
in
brought-
Ragnarok,
he
the
brought
movie.
it back on it.
Oh, that's right. Because
Yeah.
Korg's in the movie.
He's
yeah.
in the movie
And,
too.
Have you guys ever seen the Planet Hulk animated
Yes.
movie?
yes.
Yeah, I
Very good.
loved. I loved
Because it
like
had
that
this guy in
adaptation.
it.
Bader
Bill.
and Silver Surfer.
Robbed.
Cartoon show.
We were robbed in the
It
MCU
was
in the
wrong, but
movies.
you know what? It was Bader
I'm
and
saying we
Silver.
were robbed in the movies, bro.
Only a little.
They
bit.
showed his head on a freaking podium.
Oh, for Ragnarok.
You remember-
the
you
movie.
remember that,
Yes,
right?
Yes, yes.
It's nice to see him show up. And then number 2, you got Red Norval.
Red-
Amazing. The great thing about this guy is, he was brought to Asgard from Loki. He was, I believe, a film crew.
He was a video reporter / like they were documentary on Asgard.
Correct. So this guy goes around. He ends up finding the belt. Thor had a belt of strength. He actually put it on, and then there was these gloves that he put on, which actually made him worthy because this guy was not worthy. So not worthy, and he's actually bathed in the fire on Asgard. So dope. Great. Well, next one we got Beta Ray Bill, issue
Beta Ray Bill.
337. Great thing about this is Bills was driving around in a ship. He was the last of his race. They were trying to find planets.
Corbinites.
Yeah, the Corbinites. They came to Earth, and Thor saw him, and he was like, "Oh my God, we're being attacked by aliens!" So he starts hitting the ship, and which woke up Beta Ray from suspended animation, like sleeping in a hibernation in a sense. Boy, did they go at it, blow for blow. I mean, this you got to see this and read this. How Walt Simonson just took over the book and just owned it, writer, inker, and penciler. Amazing. So they go at it, beats the living hell out of Thor, picks up the hammer of Thor and is about to nail him, and he's like, boom, he gets the blessed power of Thor. Now up in Asgard, there's this big fight going on.
To settle it.
Odin's like, to me, my son. Boom. Bill
They
shows
showed
up. Odin's like, you're not my son. He takes his hammer and he throws it at him. He catches it. He's like, hold on, you're not my son. And it's dope because when the hammer's away from Thor, turns back to Don Blake. Was it Don Blake or Aaron Smasson?
No, it was Don.
It was Don Blake.
Black at the
And
time.
it's so dope because the scene he's raining, he's screaming up, he's like, Father, and he's turned to normal. So make a long story short, Odin brings up Thor and he's like, Thor, you have some explaining to do. What happened here? Let's see, you have some explaining. So who's this guy? So he took the hammer back and he's like, all right, listen, you guys go at it. I'm gonna have you guys do a little tournament thing. Whoever wins or prevails, I'll give you the hammer of Thor.
And who won?
Boy, did they go at it, and Bills just took it right to him.
He did.
Again, Odin's like, damn, I can't really give you this hammer. He's like, here, Thor, take this hammer. You're on timeout. I'll go talk to you. Go to your room. Here, P, you're worthy. I believe you're not worthy.
I'm not worthy, man.
Are you serious? You're not worthy. I can't pick it up. So anyway,
Not worthy.
Before you guys get into it, we normally don't do any readouts for the chat without the donations.
Yeah.
Because we're in the season finale, I'm feeling very happy today. Tito, watching over on Twitch. How are you?
Oh,
Thank you for watching.
yo.
what's going on?
Make a long story even longer. So Bill's took it to him, and Odin's like, listen, here, Thor, take your hammer, go to your room. And he's like,
You gave him a consolation
You know what?
prize.
I'm gonna hook you up, bro. He took some Odin's power, blessed into some metal. Bing, 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 bing. Here's your own hammer. It's called Stormbreaker. Now, the difference between Thor's hammer, Don Blake, he hits it once, turns to Thor.
Right.
Now, Beta Ray Bill's hammer, staff, he has to hit it twice to become Bills.
Ray Bill.
And when I tell you, man, they go on so many journeys together. It's so dope. I love Bills.
That's the true origin of Stormbreaker compared to the movie. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah.
they
Just
kind
The
of-
like Beta Ray
Stormbreaker in the movie is an axe.
It's an axe.
Yes.
It's like an
It's
axe.
like a battle axe.
It makes
Yeah.
no sense, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that it should have gone to Beta Ray Bill in the movie, but it's okay. I'm okay with it.
I was hoping they did it in
I
like the
know.
last
I was
Guardians of the
hoping for it
Galaxy.
too.
Hopefully he was gonna pop up.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, the ship that they take in the end of Ragnarok is Beta Ray Bill's ship.
But that was Scuttlebutt.
I know.
yeah.
That's Scuttlebutt. That's right. Oh my gosh.
'Cause it looks exactly like how it does in the
comics.
Yeah.
But no Beta Red Bill.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe-
the sad part.
Maybe soon. Hopefully they'll go the cosmic way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope so.
No.
You know,
Nova
they
and all
paid
those
us back
guys.
by putting him in the Incredible Hulk, Planet Hulk
Yes.
cartoon movie. So I'm
Yeah,
okay.
but that happened way before Ragnarok.
True,
the
true.
movie,
So,
yeah.
but we were upset with it. Now it's like, okay, we accept it. So,
And then there's Eric Madison. Actually, crazy. I got a little tidbit for you. There are many who assumed question whether Eric Madison truly lifted the hammer of Thor by himself in Thor issue 408. At the moment at the time, Thor was attempting to call his Mjolnir back to him.
Mhm.
And to his hand, he was briefly helpless. There was a villain called Mongoose. He was fighting him. And it says, but it was Eric who picked up the hammer and held it over his head, which proved that he was worthy. Eric was fatally wounded while attempting to protect Thor. And then Odin ended up taking his essence and merging it with Thor. Yep. Do you remember that, Pete?
I remember that. I have the
I-
issue too.
I
Which
would
was great.
100% count that though. 100%.
And the cool thing, another fun fact, Eric Madison was the one who fought Thanos in Infinity
It
Gauntlet.
was Eric Madden.
So mind you, it wasn't the Thor that we know with the battle experience, all the fighting and everything behind him. It was dude. With
Well, I just want to clarify this real
he had a beard.
with Eric Masterson. When he was injured and Odin merged Thor with Eric Masterson, it was still two personalities
Yeah.
sharing the same body.
Yeah.
So basically, when he wasn't Thor, it was Eric Masterson doing his normal life.
Correct.
And then as soon as he the stick on the floor,
Correct. Yep.
just like Donald Blake,
Yep.
he became Thor. And it was the Thor that we know and love from Asgard.
That's
same
great.
mentality.
That's great.
Then over the years, there was a battle with Loki.
Yes,
You
issue
remember that.
423.
And Loki faked his death or something.
No. They were fighting and they were fighting on top of a rooftop.
They were fighting on a rooftop.
And Thor had a liking to one of I think she was a reporter.
Yeah.
And Thor's looking down there, and Loki's like, "Oh, you fancy this one?" Puts his hand over the side of the building, whap, and kills her.
Right.
Thor's like picks up the hammer and he starts mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho, mecca
Yeah,
lecca
he
high,
blasts
high ho,
Loki.
and he freaking blasts and kills Loki.
Yeah, supposedly.
So
Supposedly.
so therefore Odin takes
He comes out
he
of nowhere.
strips
Oh, Odin was pissed.
Thor's essence and traps it in the bottom where Mephisto is. Remember?
Yes.
Puts his
It
soul and
was a
spirit there,
punishment.
and then guess who's left? Pete, who's left?
It was Eric Masterson with the stick. He didn't know what happened to Thor. He tries to bring him back with the stick.
Yep.
He becomes Thor, but because he had a beard.
Yeah,
And he's Thor with the beard.
he's not.
And he's full control of his body, of his powers, everything. So, like you said, later on, the Infinity Gauntlet happens. That's the Thor
joins
version
the
that
crew.
fought
Yeah.
with the Avengers.
That
Now,
was amazing.
eventually, he gets separated and has a mace. Of
As
some
soon as
sort.
they
Yes.
found Loki returns
Mm.
and revealed that he faked his death, tries to torture Eric Masterson and tries to find out what happened to Thor. Odin fixes everything. He
Mhm.
brings back Thor. He
was dope.
separates them, but he felt that Masterson as Thor did so much of being worthy.
Yes.
It's just like he did with Beta Ray Bill. He creates a mace, not a hammer, a
No,
mace.
it's like a little mallet.
Enchanted.
Yeah.
Say whoever holds this mace shall have the power of Thunderstrike. So same power, same had a stick.
It had a T on top.
Yeah, with a big
Yeah.
T.
Yeah,
with
that was dope.
Thunderstrike. As soon as he slams it, he becomes Thunderstrike. It's basically the body of Thor
But
with
it
his
aired
control, and
with
he
his
just
mind.
changes the clothes.
Yeah.
The dope part was he was rocking a ponytail. Remember?
Yeah, that was the only difference you could tell that was different. And the beard, because Thor ended up shaving after that.
Yeah.
So he had like a leather jacket. It was like the 90s. It was the
It
90s.
was the 90s. He had big
His-
boots.
He had the look. He had the look.
To be fair, most Vikings had a beard, so it kind of fit.
Yeah.
And he even was part of the Avengers and everything. He was a very popular character until I think after his limited series he died. He was corrupted by
Blood Axe.
Blood Axe. Thank
Yeah.
you. And he died, and it was very sad death. Even Thor had to come back, and it was like bring him back to Hala. And I think 10 years later,
Remember the Avengers where they resurrected all of Wonder
yeah,
Man
he came
and they
back as
brought
a zombie.
Thunderstruck
I
as a
know.
zombie? Yeah,
And
dope.
10 years later,
Mhm.
his son,
Yes.
ends up being worthy of the Thunderstrike.
That's
He became
dope.
Thunderstrike.
Right.
That's dope.
Just wanted, add those
That's
names.
that's another person who has the power of
Yes.
So we'll
Yeah.
count that as two as well. They're both called Thunderstrike father and son.
Thunderstrike +1.
You have to, because the son at no point was ever claimed to be the god of
Yes.
thunder. So
True that.
He was
he
just
wouldn't
worthy.
count, but that's interesting to think about, right? Somebody
Agree.
else who's now worthy.
Yeah, agree.
Very
That's dope.
interesting.
And a tidbit about
Yeah.
Vikings with the beards. They said something I read somewhere that everyone wore a beard, so when they were in battle, that they wouldn't get broken jaws and
Broken
stuff. When they
jaws.
fought. Yeah, that was
So a
pretty
very smart way of fighting, you know?
Yep.
cool. All right, so I got
Go ahead.
Frog, the Mighty Thunder Frog.
That counts as two.
All right, it says there's some confusion over whether Thor's time as a frog counted in a separate, wider with the Mjolnir.
Mhm.
It doesn't have. Having said in Thor 364, it does mark the first appearance of Plug Gulp,
Puddle go.
a friendly frog who was once human named Simon Watterson.
That's the one I
A
got.
curse turned into Simon into a frog, like he liked in the simple life it gave him, and his friendship with the transformation Thor allowed him to. Bam. Second page. Fight side by side with the gods and his colony.
By the way, who turned him from human to frog? See if you know that one.
Turn
Fun
him
fact.
from you. It
Fun
gotta be
fact.
Loki.
The Enchantress?
It
There you
gotta
go.
be-
Really?
it gotta be
Good
Loki.
one.
It gotta be
That's to
Loki.
remember. That's
He's
to
always in the
remember.
background. He's the Court of Owls, the bastard.
He's always in everybody.
He's always the Court of Owls. You heard?
It's you notice that every time he's involved,
Yep.
trying to like mess around with other people, and it always involves the power of Thor. He ends up accidentally creating
Another
God of
hero.
Thunder.
He has his hand in it.
You know, the Avengers, the formation of Avengers.
I love Loki, man.
You gotta give him
I love
credit.
him. Good, bad, or indifferent. I still love him.
I
dude.
think he might be good, even though he's bad. It's so weird.
He's a good bad.
That might be another segment, another time.
All right, guys. I got
Go on.
Jane
Yeah, that
Foster.
on Loki could be really fun.
That would be a whole
That'd be nice.
episode. I'll do it.
Jane
do it.
Foster.
Jane Foster, yes.
Of course, we know she popped up in Journey of Mystery number 87. She was actually a nurse, believe it or not.
Yes, she was a nurse.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, to be a doctor over there.
That's
which
right.
is
That's
amazing.
right.
But it says the sheer epic love story, you know, her and
Thor.
or Tom Blake.
Donald
right?
Blake first.
Yeah. It says, but in the aftermath of the original sin event, Thor was no longer worthy of the hammer, which set the stage for a new Thor, the Mighty Thor Jane, incarnation of the Mighty Thor, which was briefly seen in the God of Thunder 2012, issue 25, before officially making her debut in Thor 2014, issue number 1.
That was during the Marvel Now run, I believe.
Yes, it was called the series was called The Original
Yes.
Sin.
Yeah.
Most of the heroes found a very dark secret. And Thor's secret came out through Nick Fury, but we never found out what it was.
Oh, I meant Jane Foster being Thor
Yes,
during
it
the
came
event.
after.
of
Yes.
Marvel
That's what
Now.
led to Marvel Now.
Yes.
But the hammer it fell onto the moon. Thor he spent maybe months trying to lift that hammer. He couldn't. He was very obsessed at one point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he took a break. I remember
Do you know why he not became worthy, right?
Can someone explain that to
I
me?
can tell you.
Go ahead.
Nick Fury whispered in his
He
ear
whispered in his ear. He says something.
because the God Butcher, he told him, tell him what he said, Pete.
No, I
You can't remember.
don't remember that part.
He said Gore was right.
About
Whatever Gore said, I have it. We'll touch
know
on
he
it. We're
told
going to
him
go back
something
into
with
the Gore,
Gore.
God the Butcher.
But how did Nick Fury find out?
He told him. He whispered in Thor's ear, and from that moment on,
Wait,
he
you're
was not
asking
worthy.
why the best
Yes,
spy
this is the
ever?
one. How
would
did he
know.
find out? I mean, when we'll go into the Gore the
Yeah,
God
we're going to
Butcher.
get into that
But
because I had that as one of
For
my
me to
segments.
remember how Nick Fury met Gore and found out the secret, and then uses it against Thor like that.
Asking how the greatest spy of all time knows how to take down the God of Thunder.
Dude, he can.
That
If
would make
anybody can get
sense.
info, it's that dude.
It's Fury.
It's Sam Jackson. Or no,
But then it leads me to my next question: what was that secret?
I told you.
That Gore said. What was
I
it?
told you.
That
Which
Gore was
He just
right.
said Gore was right.
Gore was right. What was he right about?
What did Gore
about
want to do?
The gods. Remember, he said some of them are stagnant, or some of them have power that aren't even worthy, but they still have it.
It's
Remember that, right, Pete?
okay. So think about it.
You
like
remember
this,
that, right?
right?
Yeah, I do.
You remember that,
So
right?
it's the same concept of the Green Lanterns, right?
Yes.
If you make them believe something, the ring amplifies that.
Yes.
So, like Batman's contingency for Green Lantern is make Hal Jordan or John Stewart believe that they're blind, and the ring will blind them. If you make Donald Blake believe that the gods are unworthy,
That's
he
dope.
becomes unworthy.
That's dope.
That is pure genius.
How
I
how cool
How
is
did I
that?
miss?
I seen the comic page where
couldn't-
Nick
I
Fury
remember he
turns
whispered
around,
to him, and all of a sudden he dropped the hammer, and all of a sudden he couldn't lift it up.
lift it, bro, and he was like,
That was the part that irked me. And then he did it for so long, like he was peeing himself. His shirt
Mhm.
was all ripped, and he couldn't lift the hammer. His mother, one of his mothers, convinced him to take a break. He goes back to Asgard, and then when he came back, the hammer was gone. No explanation. And then later on, we find a female Thor. And that's
Just
where
no-
we later on find out it's Jane Foster.
I do want
Matt
to.
Cheeto says this is basically Warhammer 40K in a nutshell.
That's dope.
Exactly.
That's dope. I do want to drop this. It says, for a time, not even Odin himself knew that Jane had claimed his son's hammer.
Right.
A few could have predicted that the Mighty Thor would become one of the greatest heroes of all time in the realms. In recognition of Jane's bravery, Odin offered her a place in Valhalla. You remember that?
Yeah.
When she fell in the battle against Mangog?
Manga.
Yeah, that
Yes.
big ass dude. In the
Always
death
goes
of the
toe to
Mighty
toe with
Thor
Thor.
arc, after returning to her mortal body and defeating cancer, remember? She had cancer. That was
That
deep
was
story,
a deep
dude.
story.
Yeah, that was very good.
That was deep,
very
dude. When he
sad.
held her in
Wait,
his arms, that
Every
was
time
deep.
she uses it, it would just wiped out whatever that was
The
fighting
radiation.
against it.
And
Yeah.
it sucked because she had to do. She donned it one more time, dude.
She
She knew
as a
that the
hero.
world was going to get destroyed, so she's like, you know what? I'll make the ultimate sacrifice. That's just crazy.
That's what made her worthy.
Oh, yeah.
That's in my opinion.
And it says Jane accept the opportunity to become the last Valkyrie,
Yes.
Remember that?
That's what made her come back, which was awesome. That was another good story.
guided by the fairy woman of the dead. All right, guys, I got Dargo from the future. They call him K-Tor. Issue 384. It says, you may not know Dargo K-Tor, name by heart, but he is one of the future Thors who made his debut in Thor issue 384, which established Dargo far future timeline, again, 2537.
Alternate timeline.
Although the people
Well,
lived in his era,
It's a future that may or may not happen.
Yeah.
Think about that. The farthest we know of the canon is the 2099, which may or may not happen. So by that same logic, 2,550.
way past, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 2025 now. We're getting closer, but I will say this:
500 years.
based on the artwork that Ron was it Ron Frenzy did,
Yes,
it made me feel like okay, could be a multiverse situation. That's why I wouldn't count it.
It is.
I will give
still-
them a pass.
It is still multiverse, but because we don't know if it's in the canon, because we don't know if it may or may not happen. It's the same thing with the whole. We were talking about it the other day about Rage of Ultron, right?
Yes.
We knew that was a future that may or may not
May
happen.
not
And then when Steve Rogers is not Captain America anymore, and now Falcon is Sam Wilson, we know that future is canon. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. So that's why I give you a pass. I'll give you all that a pass. Plus, he joined the Thor Corps on our timeline. So
Yes, he did.
That's true too.
That's with
that's-
Bills, Eric Madison,
Eric
and Thor.
Masterson, all four
was
of them.
That's when they took it to Loki. Remember they fought him?
Mm-hmm.
It was dope
was a good
because one
fight.
of the, I won't get too deep, but
Good fight though.
Dargo, blah 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 blah. Well, anyway, in his future timeline, everyone was oppressed and everything, whatever have you.
Of course.
So then he came to it. He became our champion. Actually, fought. As established in issue 440, Dargo is also one of the founding members of the Thor Corps. There you go. And then I got Storm. The goddess
let's
of
talk about
thunder.
Storm.
Let's
Go
talk about,
From
of
the
course,
X-Men.
from the X-Men. Storm was running around with a hammer called Stormcaster, which when she was with Uncanny X-Men,
X-Men, yeah.
of course, here comes Loki again.
Loki, I got a plan.
Hey, listen, Thor, Storm, it looks like you have no power. I'm gonna give you some power, but here's a hammer.
It's just like Morning.
It's called Stormcaster. You can have all this power, but the thing about this hammer was it was manipulating her and making her evil. So the more she used it, the more evil it was. Again, she became the goddess of thunder.
Mhm.
And
With the-
there's a few stories that happened. It happened in there. Then it happened recently where they were fighting where Thor got together and they had to destroy that hammer. Storm had an opportunity to pick it up again, and she was like, "You know what? I'm not going to
don't
touch
need
it." So they ended up both. Storm and Thor picked up Mjolnir and they freaking destroyed it, which was
Smart move.
great,
Smart move
great
on Thor's
story.
part. But just remember,
Mhm.
Storm didn't need a hammer
No.
to be the goddess
Well,
that she is.
She's a goddess,
She's a goddess.
but she
She's
looked
not
badass
really
though.
a goddess.
She's not a real god,
she's-
but
She's a mutant.
she's a mutant, and
She's Omega level. mutant.
Yeah,
but the way she poses herself, the way she sacrifices things, and the way she thinks, she could pass as a god.
She's not a goddess.
she picked up Mjolnir, so she's somewhat worthy, maybe, right?
Well, yeah, so she's definitely worthy, but
Yeah.
like to claim herself to be anything on the same level of Odin's son or
Oh,
Ares,
that far
or-
up.
No.
yeah, that
Well-
like when you think of gods in Marvel, that's what I think. Or even if you want to get really technical, the Living Tribunal,
I know you're gonna say
the
that.
Celestials,
The
those are
Beyonder, the
technically
Beyond
beyond.
Galactus.
I would have loved to see her try to lift Moynier.
She did. She held it with
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 Thor.
Stormcaster.
and they broke the Stormcaster.
So there you go. Then there you go. She is worthy.
And now the one that comes from left field, guys.
Let's feel this one we have to.
From Civil War number 3, 2006, you got Ragnarok, the clone of Thor.
Created by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven. Give them both props.
Now this was a like I said, a character later on he joined the Dark Avengers. But I mean, he looked like Thor, act like Thor,
It was cloned by Thor.
looked like chicken,
Clone of Thor.
tastes like chicken, gotta be chicken.
So I actually have a very good argument for this too.
Too.
Yours is for or against?
I'm against it.
All right,
I'm
you
for.
make your argument against, and Tommy and I will make our.
Yeah.
Well, I'm against the fact that Ragnarok made this list because Ragnarok, like you said, he's a clone, but he was also created by Reed Richards and Iron Man.
Yes.
Now, so when he showed up,
You're-
we all thought it was Thor. Then showed the power. He had his own hammer, control electricity,
And then he killed Goliath.
and then
He got mowed.
he killed Goliath. And then later on, after when Thor returned, he managed to get his hands on Ragnarok, and there was a good fight, hands down. But during that fight, we had big answers. Ragnarok turned out to be a robot
Yes.
created by Reed Richards and Iron Man. So even though they say it was a clone,
It was
it was also more mechanical than it's synthetic. So could we
like an
actually?
Ultron piece,
So could we actually say he's a clone?
almost like a. Oh, he mimicked. He looked
Like
like
Ben Riley to Spider-Man? That's a clone because
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
if
DNA
you want
sample.
to get technical. Ben Riley's organic, therefore he's a clone.
Yeah.
And Ragnarok's a cyborg, so you can't really classify him necessarily
Exactly.
as a clone.
So
Yeah.
Ragnar would be like a cyborg with the only way they DNA of use of Thor was this DNA. So that's the way he
The
was able
powers.
to control the powers of
Correct.
Thor.
Correct. Yeah.
So
In a sense,
in a sense, because
So
when we get
lightning,
into
thunder.
when both Tony Stark and Reed Richards describe and they're talking about the creation of
Yep.
Ragnarok, there was something in the hammer because the hammer obviously was not actually
it
Mjolnir.
wasn't the real one.
Uh,
It was able to manipulate
The elements.
wind.
The elements. Yeah.
lightning.
more of the science behind it is there's some type of material in it that was able to manipulate lightning.
Okay.
So just by sticking it up in the air can obtain a lightning bolt and shoot
So
it
you
out.
think? Do you think that was the DNA sample of Thor that was put into the hammer, not to the clone itself?
I don't think that there's a possible way to get a DNA sample off of Thor. Instead, you get a DNA sample of Donald Blake. And
Yes.
through that, if you want to, cast, is this magic? Is this science? That's where it gets a little bit mucky.
Mucky, big time.
So, although I agree that Ragnarok obviously is not worthy because he cannot lift Mjolnir independently, nor was he crowned the god of thunder through Odin through this worthiness, he did in fact act as Thor and claim to be the god of thunder. Therefore, ergo, he has the title of the god of thunder in Thor's absence.
That was my argument.
Yeah, that's
That was my.
Well,
argument.
another part of the argument would have been because most of the people on this list became the God of Thunder because they were worthy for lifting Mjolnir. Obviously, I can't lift Mjolnir, so let's get.
Oh, I see.
I'm not even going to try to say I'm God of
I
Thunder,
think you're worthy.
but I think Ragnarok or Go
Oh.
never lifted Mjolnir to prove that he was worthy. So
So, but wait, by that logic,
it's almost like saying Storm,
Hmm.
goddess of goddess of lightning and everything,
Hmm.
was never crowned the God of Thunder, but she was worthy of lifting.
but she
him.
had the title,
She
the
had the
goddess
title.
of thunder.
Exactly.
That's
you know
the
she was
argument.
rocking her Stormcaster.
So
So-
the title of God of Thunder on Ragnarok.
He claimed it and he owned it, therefore, and everybody else acknowledged him as Thor.
So you're okay. So you're saying
Yeah.
by that
'Cause-
logic he was.
Yeah, because if you use the logic by you had to hold Mjolnir at some point to get crowned, then why do we not claim any of the worthy during Fear itself as the gods of thunder?
Right.
Or why don't we claim other characters that have held, like even Wonder Woman during the Marvel versus DC event?
Yep.
Right? We don't claim her to be the god of thunder or the goddess of thunder.
No,
How
even though
many-
she had the power.
How many times do I lose a battle on this one? I'll concede on this one based on the fact that the question did say God of Thunder, the title of it.
Yeah,
He did own it. I don't think he was worthy. That
No,
I'll
we-
stay.
No, we're with you on that. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not
yeah.
worthy.
But he
Totally,
was.
totally not
I'll
worthy.
concede on that. First loss.
So
everybody.
Superman
First
picked up the
loss.
hammer too, and he had Cap Shield.
But he never
Marvel-
ended up.
No,
with
no,
the
but I'm
power.
saying
But he
you
didn't
think-
claim the power.
You think
either.
he's worthy? So, if anybody,
Mm,
'cause he's honored and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
You know what?
I'm just saying.
That's going to be a later
No,
conversation.
no, I'm just saying. Because he did pick it up.
So I have a different theory.
Didn't he have
about
lightning
this.
come out of it too? I thought he had
Yeah,
lightning.
more than there,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
He didn't claim the power.
He
of
didn't claim it.
Well, he didn't claim to be the god of thunder, right?
Yeah,
So he had
correct.
Thor's power
Briefly,
from lifting the
very
hammer.
briefly.
And even then, it explains later on that Thor had some kind of casting to temporarily make Superman worthy.
Right.
And we never see that power again until Fear itself, and the serpent grants the power to these people to become essentially his heralds.
Gotcha.
That's a good point.
So if it ended there, I'd been like, that's a really lazy way of writing.
Yeah.
The fact that they recycled it later and gave it a little bit more precedent on
Yep.
how
Yep.
the Nordic gods work. Okay, I can.
So Ragnarok, yes, Superman now.
Well, I just think that Marvel versus DC. I think it was a pissing contest. To be honest with you,
Well,
I was
they're
definitely.
like, you know what? They're
that's
like,
a whole other episode.
no, I'm saying they're like, oh, Marvel DC, just let Superman pick up the hammer, bro. Oh, by the way, how to pick up Cap Shield?
Oh, yeah.
That's all I got for
I can pick up Cap Shield.
Yeah,
Well,
fair.
I'm just saying.
No
well,
cap-
but
no
dude,
curse on it.
the visual of George Perez, rest in peace. Visual of him holding the hammer and Cap Shield. That's dope.
That was
Yeah,
visually.
that was the equivalent of
Really.
taking all your freaking action figures and just smashing them together. That's
I remember in the
that
Thor
was.
comic where I think it was a crossover or it might have been Avengers Assemble, but I know the art was Mike DeGato Jr.
Mhm.
There's an issue where they're fighting. I think it crossed over from Iron Man, and it has Cap on the floor, all jacked up, and Thor with his long hair, with no shirt. He's holding the shield of Cap. I forgot what issue it was.
Oh, I know what
First
you're talking
sign.
about.
Yeah, first time. You're right.
Yes. Oh, I
Yes.
remember that.
But
was
just to
a
see
3
Thor
issue.
with the hammer is dope. I mean, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
shield.
was dope.
Yeah, he did. He was defending Cap.
That was dope.
Down.
I thought that was really, really
I
dope.
agree with that.
All right, so if you got any more to add to
Yeah.
Sam,
Did you have any to add?
I only have one. I think 2 names. All right, 2 names.
Those smiles.
Maroon from Captain America 352, written by Mark Grenwall and Kieran Dwyer. Now, he was the Slavic god of storm and lightning and thunder. And if anybody doesn't remember any of this, think of the Captain America's issues where he was a member of the Winter Guard. Or everybody will remember the Soviet super soldiers.
Yes.
So he was like the Thor version of
that's
the
dope.
team.
So did he have a hammer
He
or
had a hammer. It was like it was similar to Ultimate Thor's hammer.
It's more of an axe.
It was like
than
an
a-
axe with a
Yes,
little.
that's what I
gun,
remember.
still banging like a hammer.
That's what I remember.
But he was very conceited. It was pretty funny the way he reminded me of the Red Guardian.
Yes,
So
I
he
was
has
gonna
that
say
mentality and joke like
I was
to
gonna say
Russians.
Yeah.
But believed he was the god of and
So
not,
he
he didn't
was the-
recognize
he was the
Asgard. He had a
Slavic-
different name of Asgard and
Yeah.
Slavic god.
Yeah.
So I put him on the list. He had a power of Thor, a different type of it, but it was.
But he was still. It's not the power of He was
a god of
titled
thunder,
God of Thunder.
lightning, and
Yeah.
he had 3 names. It was pretty cool.
That's dope.
The other one is I'm kind of torn on Jake Olsen, who also became Thor. He was under this Thor run, like
They
Romita
can't.
Jr.
You're gonna have to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How's that better?
No, just tell them
Just pick it up?
what year and stuff.
Oh, this was Thor issue number 1, volume
Heroes
2,
Heroes
written
Return.
by Dan Jurgens and great art by John Romita Jr. He wasn't worthy. He was just an EMT, who was secretly a thief / drug dealer. But he was working.
He's not.
Well, we
worthy.
found out later on he was that, but he was working the EMT. He was set in the middle of a crime scene between Thor battling. I think it was the Destroyer, and the Avengers came out. They were all trying to help Thor, and Thor was getting his butt kicked and everything. And during this battle, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he dies. But he saved somebody, and Thor was there to see this, and he remembered this guy, and he wanted to save this guy, but it was too late because he died, and he asked for Odin for help, and Odin merged them. So that way, Jake Olsen was still alive, but they had to share the body, and same again that split personality thing where when he's Jake from State Farm, he was Jake, and then when he slams the stick, he becomes Thor, and Thor's in full control.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
So yeah, it's basically. I mean, if you get me on this technicality, yes, he is the god of thunder because because of Odin, but he wasn't really worthy because he never lifted.
I would make that same argument because technically speaking, they're one person. The same way Donald Blake and Thor are one person, and what's the other guy? For a while, the one that we were just talking about.
Counter Strike.
Eric Master.
Eric Master and Thor
Master,
were one.
yeah.
So yeah,
So they
I
were-
would constitute that as God of Thunder for sure.
And I know we joke around about Loki, making those little trick jokes, like he tries to trick people and then he ends up making his own person a new superhero.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you also say the same thing about Odin? Notice the trend. He's always grabbing Thor to teach him a lesson. He merges with a human being.
I
see the
would
trend.
say that's a pretty fair.
I see
trend.
it.
It's always a different person. So
I see it. I see it.
But those are my two choices that I put in there as well.
No, fair.
That was pretty cool. The one before that was a nice one.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
Nice one, dude. That was a nice one.
All right, gents. Let's get to segment two.
That was a long segment.
Yeah, we were on it for a minute. It's all good.
But it's the season finale.
This is the finale.
So,
Snake it after snake it.
Segment 2. Odin's
It's turning rated R real
quick. I got emoji in there right here.
Oh, hammer Batman.
See, I thought you had a thunderstrike.
Oh my God.
That's our poor name, Siri.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's my throg. All right.
Holy Odin. All right, let's do this.
Segment 2. Odin's Thor has been a staple in Marvel Comics for a very long time. Out of all of his adventures, what are your top 3 Thor comic arcs? You can have one honorable mention, but I want you guys just to put the storyline out there, and then we'll discuss it. So, Tommy, you want to take this, or
you go for first? I went for
All right, I'll start from 3 and go to 1. That'll be really fast.
Perfect.
And then we'll go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 3 is War of Realms. It's
Nice.
War of the Realms issue 1 through 6 and Omega 1, written by Jason Aaron and Russell Donovan. Great artist, great writer. It's a good team. Number 2, Thor Disassembled Ragnarok. Happened in Thor Volume 2, issue 80 to 85, written by Dan Berman, Michael Yvonne Oming, and artist Andrea DeVito. It's phenomenal. And my number 1, you've seen the movie, so you know what I'm going to say. The God Butcher. Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 1 through 5, written by Jason Aaron and beautiful artwork by Asad Waybick.
Dude, one of my favorite story arcs, bro. That's nice, man. That was great.
Yeah.
let Tommy.
Tommy.
Yep.
Mine, I got, of course, Gatorade Bill, baby. 337 to 340. It ran artist, writer, and inker, Walt Simonson. Amazing. 1983. You got to pick this up as a trade. You got if you've ever have even a liking of Thor, you'll love this story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Again, alien comes from space. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Then I got number 2, the Surtur Saga from Thor issue 340 to 353. Again, writer, artist, and inker, Walt Simonson.
Nice.
Sick when I tell you. This guy he's as big as Galactus. He's a demon god.
If you've seen
Sick.
Thor Ragnarok.
You've seen him. Yep, you saw a little hint of him. Then, of course, number 3, I got God Butcher, God Bomb storyline.
Your number 1, my number 1.
Yep, that's my number 1. And then honorable mention. Are we talking honorable mentions or not really?
Can, yeah. Go ahead,
Okay, in Thor issues 126 to 128, you're talking throwback.
Throwback.
It's called Whom the Gods Would Destroy. This is a storyline where Hercules. We'll talk about it, but those are mine, and that's my honorable mention.
That was your one honorable mention.
Yeah.
What was your honorable?
You got your honorable
I was torn between 2 of them. But I'm going to pick one right now.
Hey, brother.
I want to just pick one. Right?
Drop them both, man.
Honorable mention is The Return of Thor. Thor Volume 3, issue 1 through 6, written by J. Michael Straczynski and artist Olivia Copian.
All right, you piqued my interest. What was the other one?
The other one, this is why it was so hard to pick, and I didn't pick it. It was a crossover event, Acts of Vengeance, Thor versus Juggernaut. It was a 2-issue,
Okay.
411 and 412, written by Tom DeFalco and artist Ron Friend.
Who
All
appeared
right,
in
that
those?
was a great choice.
Hey, who appeared in that?
The first introduction
Appearance
of the Warriors.
That was sick, bro.
It was a good team.
It's really nice.
The original New Warriors?
The
or
original.
Okay.
Night Thrasher, Nova,
Marvel
Firestar, Namorita,
Yep.
Marvel Boy, Firestar, and
Speedball.
Speedball.
Yeah,
Right.
right. I love that team. My all-time favorite. Mark Bagley, bro.
Great
Shout
fight
out.
between Juggernaut and Thor.
Oh, definitely.
Shut up.
All right, so let's get back into your guys' original top 3. So now that we've already gone through the honorable mentions. Or actually, you said Hercules appeared in your honorable mentions.
Yes.
Yeah, I could talk about that.
Yeah,
if
let's
you
go
want.
through that real
That's
quick and then we'll get
All
back
right, guys,
to
this one's called Who the Gods Would Destroy. An early instance where when Thor's father, Odin, was a total jerk, sometimes he's that,
Father's
to the god of thunder,
Yeah, I admit it.
resulting in some major adversaries with the Mjolnir. holding hero to overcome. In the Stanley recipes, Stanley recipes King Jack Kirby Silver Age storyline, Odin decided to punish Thor for revealing the secret identity to his love, Jane Foster. So he's like, dude, don't tell her who you are. Now you're in trouble. Go to your room. And for returning to Midgard Earth against his wishes. While Thor is in battle with powerful Olympic Hercules, Odin drains half the power of Thor. Crazy. As a result, Thor gets his teeth kicked in by Hercules. Dude, when I tell you, takes it to him, dude. Epic story. Leaving him humbled and humiliated. Yeah. In the true story of Stanley's story fashion, Hercules' victory over Thor turns into a I can't even spell. Damn you, schools! You failed me.
You did synonym for it.
Yeah. Celebrity
status.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thor's yesterday's
Glory.
news.
Glory could have been a good synonym for that.
Glory. And as Thor's yesterday's news, he takes Jane's sympathy and pity and continues to wallow in misery. However, he does get a chance to redeem himself in Odin's eyes. Odin's eye.
He only has one eye.
And eventually gets his power restored. Even Hercules is ready to show some respect to Thor when the storyline complete. Epic. Like I said, it ran through issue 126 to 28.
I only have 2 comments for that.
Yeah.
One, if you've seen the movie, the last Thor movie, and we got to see Hercules, I think it was set up for the next movie. They could use that storyline. And
you know
two,
you know what? They
this
could.
proves my point. Just I said a few minutes ago.
Odin's dead.
Yeah, Odin's gone.
Yeah. It wouldn't work.
So something else would have
Something
to take
similar
Thor's-
to it. So I'm not saying all of it.
Maybe Age just catches up with
the
Thor.
fight. Maybe the
Yeah.
fight itself will be the same.
Maybe.
And also, isn't it fun fact? Odin gets involved and he's always punishing Thor.
Still, it's teaching him a lesson.
Yeah. Thor always needs a lot of lessons.
Most of the
all the time.
Yeah, most
Happy
of the
Father's Day, Odin. Teach your son how to, be a better man. Just take half his power and fight Hercules.
most of the Nordic mythology does have a lot of lessons being taught.
Yes.
So I can see it.
Some of their lessons are brutal, man.
That's tough love.
Gotta learn.
All right, so let's get back to the main conversation now, because those were really good honorable mentions to talk about.
Oh, you like the honorable mentions?
No, they were good. Yeah, I want to start with the Return of Thor.
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Well, yeah. Right at the end of that, actually, let me just take you back to my second choice. It was Thor Disassemble Ragnarok, and I picked that storyline. This was happening right at the end of Thor's series.
Yep.
It was the second volume, and at the end of the series, Thor he finds out the secret about the magic of Ragnarok, which is basically Ragnarok happens. There's a Midgard serpent that ends up destroying Asgard, destroys everything, the end of the world, and it always signals because of Balder the Brave's death.
Yep.
And Thor is the last person to fight that
Serpent,
and he dies.
Yes.
Once he dies and the Asgard is destroyed, it's like a reset button.
Yep.
And it magically starts with Odin, and all of Asgard comes back. Thor comes back, and they have no recollection of what happened previously.
That's crazy.
All they know is that Ragnarok will always come,
Yep.
and they do their best to prevent it. So, when this time of Ragnarok happens, Thor does everything possible to not only let it happen, but to break the chain of resurrection.
Yes.
And at the end of the story, he does it. And all of a sudden, Asgard's destroyed. He dies, he disappears, and everything that was supposed to come back doesn't. Well, after that series,
and he dies.
Yeah, he dies, and then the series cancels abruptly. Going to Heroes Reborn, we see Thor in Heroes Reborn, but it's not the same guy. And it comes back, and on all the books that came back, all the Avengers books came back.
Yep.
Avengers was the only book that came back that Thor came back in as well with them, but his series never starts.
Okay.
And no, let me rephrase that. Hold on. Yeah, volume 3. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So after, let me go back. I think I went in the wrong direction.
Let's just do this. So you're talking about Thor breaks Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
So
Everything
that's not under Fear itself.
No, this was
way before
Fear itself.
Okay.
So this happened actually after Heroes Reborn. So never mind everything I said about Heroes Reborn.
Yep.
So Ragnarok happens. It's destroyed. Nothing comes back. So we don't see Thor
for a while.
For a moment, almost it was 7 years. His
Holy
book never came
cow.
out. he ends up coming back under J. Michael Straczynski.
Yep.
And it starts off when Mjolnir shoots out in the sky on Earth, lands in Oklahoma.
I thought it was New Mexico. It's Oklahoma?
It was Oklahoma.
It's on the board.
What?
Hold on, let me break that. It might have been Mexico, and everybody's trying to lift it. No one can
Yeah.
lift it.
Arizona.
Because wasn't at one point, I know now we're jumping around.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
all,
wanna confirm.
all over the place on this.
It's okay. Well, you collect yourself, though. That's a real good question. In later issues, Asgard is revealed to Earth, but it's above New Mexico. Right?
No, the other way around. The hammer falls in New Mexico.
Yep.
Later on, when Thor returns everything, Asgard appears over Oklahoma. And the magic of what Asgard looked like, the whole city, ends up floating. It does never touch the ground and destroys Oklahoma. And the people in Oklahoma, I don't know what's up with you guys. You guys are very friendly. Shout out to Oklahoma. But they look at this instead thinking, oh my God,
Guys, we got
getting invaded, we're going to get destroyed. They're like, they welcome them. And they end up talking with the Asgardians, all the Asgardians. We're talking about like
all of them.
The Warrior 3, Lady Sif and them. And they're welcome.
Yeah.
So basically, technically, they're part of Oklahoma.
He said, shout out to Oklahoma.
No, shout
Thor, you got to zip for something
back.
Oklahoma.
And mind you, at the time he comes back and he managed to get his hammer back, Civil War just happened. It finished. Iron Man is running, the registration.
Oh, that's actually a really good point to make.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about it earlier. When Ragnarok is around, the android, the clone, whatever you want to call it.
Civil War, yeah.
So during Civil War, the two biggest heavy hitters of the Avengers are gone. So Thor is in whatever the hell was happening then, and Hulk was shot into space.
Mhm.
So that is why neither of them are present when we were talking about Ragnarok. I'm sorry, we're brought back up to speed.
Civil
Continue.
War.
Yeah.
And then he comes back.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Mad Tito said hashtag Askalahoma.
Hey, let's not make fun of Oklahoma. They welcome back.
We started in Oklahoma together.
Oh,
I thought he was ASS.
No, Askalahoma.
Maybe I should apologize.
No.
Anyway,
Oh, Askalahoma.
Askalahoma?
Askalahoma?
Asgard.
Let's hashtag it. Hashtag it.
Oklahoma.
Onomatopoeia. Continue.
So he comes back.
Mhm.
He sees Asgard's back on Earth. He doesn't even, recognize what happened to it. He just knows he broke the cycle. But Earth is different now. Remember, 7 years went by. Civil War happened. He confronts Iron Man. Does not like what happened with the heroes. He confronts Ragnarok. Destroys him. And then he goes about his business. And I guess those first 6 issues, J. Michael Straczynski, if you know him from Babylon 5, he's the creator.
He's a beast.
Dude, he stepped in and made Thor relevant and even better than what before. And the artwork, Olivia Corpier was phenomenal in that series. And that's why I was like, oh my God, like that was that Disassemble made my top 3. That could have been my top 3, but because it was 2 separate times and there was 7-year gap, I had to acknowledge that it was an honorable mention, even though it should have been a top 3. But there was other stories that was just as good. So.
I like that Thor, man. I remember Destroyer showed up. I like that series. That was really, really good.
So many volumes, though.
We briefly touched on it before, but I want to segue us into Tommy's choice of Beta Ray Bill, right? So the Beta Ray Bill story, we know that his species
Corbin.
were on a ship.
Yep.
We know that.
Yep.
Why were they on a ship? What was the importance?
Well, their planet got destroyed, so they needed to find a Star Trek. They needed to find a habitable planet to live.
Right.
So, basically, the story begins where Thor's investigating alien ship detected by Shield, and then ship is being attacked by Thor. Because Thor's like, "Oh my God, aliens!" Starts hitting it with his hammer. He's like, "Dudes, wake up! Get out!" So of course,
Bruce attacked them by any chance?
no.
Okay.
And Beta Ray Bill wakes from his status of sleeping. Bill battles Thor, believe him to be a threat.
Yes.
When I tell you they go at it, picks up Thor's hammer, boom, got blessed with the power. I already told you a story earlier. Odin brought him up, blah, 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 gave him his own hammer. But it was great because when they fought, he realized Thor wasn't so much of a threat that he was an honorable person. So therefore, he had opportunity to kill him,
Yes.
like the killing blow, but he didn't. So he gave him honor and he respected him. And that's, like I said, everything went back up to Asgard. And he blessed him with the Stormbreaker. Like I said, it ran through 337 to 340.
It was 2 big
Sick.
fights between Thor and Beta Ray.
But he went at it. I love the second issue, 338. It has him on the cover and it has Bill on one side, Thor on the other, and the holding hammer says he who was worthy holds it.
He was
Yeah.
worth
So
That's a good one.
they cover swipe the hell out of that.
big time.
Oh my God, yeah.
A lot of it. All the time they do.
Not gonna lie, my favorite panel from that issue is when Thor is defeated and Beta Ray Bill is holding Mjolnir over, and he says, "Your hammer belongs to Beta Ray Bill."
So
And
dope.
smacks the shit out of Thor.
So
So
dope.
good.
Love it.
And then
Love it.
Lord,
Classic.
"Oh, teach your lesson. I'll make him a hammer. You take this hammer and we'll call it even."
Should be a handbook. How many lessons from
Thor,
Odin?
Thor gets his hammer and he has to walk out. I just got my ass kicked.
Yeah, he told him, go to your room.
Go to his
He's
room.
like, damn.
Went from being, oh, we're going to talk about Thor. Was Odin a good father?
I think because Father's Day's around the corner and we're talking about Odin and how he's messing up Thor's head and how he
His title's the All Father, not the Good Father.
not the All Father. Y'all,
If they had a sitcom, it was called Not the Good Father.
happy All Father's Day.
Yeah.
I'm in my room still.
I wonder why Loki turned out the way he did.
I know, right?
All right,
Loki
listen,
was
Loki was kind of already messed up before he got him.
Yeah.
All right, let's be
Yeah.
real.
So,
Yes.
talk about our number one real quick. God Butcher. That's the one
Please.
thing we both
Let's-
agreed on. Is the
Wait, did
best
we
story.
miss anything that we really wanted to talk about?
Yeah,
I
Surtur.
talked-
I talked about my number
Surtur Saga.
two,
Surtur Saga.
Yeah, I just want to touch on it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
touch
go
on it,
ahead.
please.
Yeah, please.
Surtur Saga, like I said, this dude is a massive monster. Writer again. Walt Simonson, writer, artist, and inker. The story that Walt did into this, it was building up over the first 2 years of his tenure as a title. Bit by bit, Simonson teased readers of an image of an evil Surtur, which is like this big red demon and it has horns and all this.
I like Mephisto.
All of which accompanied by an ominous sound called boom. You remember that? And the whole comic was like boom, boom. You're like, what the hell's coming?
Now, Surtur exists in Nordic mythology.
Yes.
That's what was the big thing.
He's
about
part of
it.
Asgardian
Yes.
mythology.
He's so powerful, dude. He just sits in the back and waits.
Mhm.
When the creature is finally in full power, Simonson concludes the arc with the run of issues both of the fate of Asgard and Midgard Earth at the stake. Thor 353 is particularly filled with iconic images, whether it's Thor, Loki, or Odin standing side by side. It's so dope, man. There's this one panel. It shows the cover, and it has Odin in front like this with his beard, and he's got like battle armor on. It's got Loki, I believe, to the left, and Thor to the right. Odin's like, for Asgard. Thor's like, Midgard, swinging the
Midgard.
hammer. And Loki's
Thor.
like, for me. Ah, it's so dope, dude. So dope.
I can't blame him.
Iconic.
Hashtag
Like I said,
for
man,
me.
they go at it, and Surtur actually kills Odin in this particular storyline.
Yes.
Mhm.
And he's presumed dead, blah, 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 for a lengthy period of time, leading to the ongoing story arc. Epic. When I tell you epic.
Now was question. The only thing I'm curious about Suture is he a ruler of one of the 10 realms?
Yes.
He's one of the
One of the
gods.
9 realms,
Yeah,
yeah.
10.
he's a
There's
god.
10 now.
I think there's
In
10.
Nordic mythology, there's only
Oh, yeah,
9.
Nordic-
Started as 9.
And
I think Haven was the recent add-on. That's why.
yeah, but heaven also comes from
Spawn.
Spawn, and Spawn bases heaven in Christian mythology.
Angela.
Not that Catholicism is mythology.
And one
but-
bone I got to pick with
you
the
know.
MCU movies,
Uh-oh.
they only use, remember how they showed him in one of the intros, and then Thor throws like his, the thing down, remember his helmet or
Tell him
his
to
thing?
take
Yeah.
the thing off.
Yeah, come on, dude. You got to give him more props than that, dude.
Well, they said that was the source of his power. That's what.
No,
his
but
crown.
I'm just saying. I mean, this guy is so sick in the comics. They didn't give him no respect in the movies, man.
Well, they changed it.
He is so relevant.
Dude, he killed
in-
Odin. Come on, dude.
Well, in the movie, he did kill Hela. That's not. He said
Technically, he
What the
also
hell?
destroys all of Asgard
Yeah.
in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But
he caused Ragnarok.
well, in the
mythology.
mythology,
Mythology,
he
Yeah.
was
wasn't-
very important in
True.
Ragnarok.
That is true.
They definitely could have done more with him.
They could have.
um,
I mean, they still do in
yeah.
comics over the years. They used him as he just. Does his own
I just
thing.
think they didn't give him enough respect in the movie. They're like, oh, look, a bad guy, whatever, changed, Thor's chained up,
You think he,
blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he throws down the thing. That,
you
oh,
think
sorry,
he's so
it's power.
powerful that he could invade Asgard anytime.
Oh yeah.
That's the part that I'm like.
They
They so much.
should just do like standalone movie. Even if it's anime, I'd be happy with.
I'd be
I
happy
see
with
it
that.
too.
You know,
Definitely.
I thought he was gonna appear in the Tales of Asgard cartoon movie.
Yes.
But he doesn't. They end up
doesn't.
going into the olden times.
The
So
olden times of Asgard.
no, just the olden time, the one of the 9 realms.
The 9 realms.
let's get to your juicy number one.
Juicy
Yes,
number
let's-
one.
I'm getting involved in this too. 'cause
I'm excited.
You lead the way. Go ahead.
I'm excited.
Well, so I like the God Butcher storyline because obviously, I have that theory about it all tying back to Null, which it eventually does, right?
Yeah.
He's in Aaron.
Talked about Bor's origin so many times on the show, but I'll give a very brief summary.
Please.
His home world is dying. Essentially, it's hit a drought that's been going on for weeks. Most of Gor's species is gone. He is sent out with his daughter into the desert to find the last remaining gods. Hopefully, that he will be blessed and that rain will return to their world. In doing so, he goes out in his adventure, finds out that their god of water is battling this mysterious black figured creature, which ends up becoming Noel later on.
That was dope.
Gore forsakes the gods as his daughter dies in the desert. And in doing so, aids Noel in killing their final god, touching the Necro Sword, becoming the God Butcher.
He picked up
Right.
that black goo. Remember
Right.
the goo? Turned into a sword.
It became a sword. Yeah, the Necro sword.
Which is crazy to think about because the Necro Sword is really one of the first symbiotes.
What's really
Yeah.
tough is because his race, they treated him like crap. Remember?
Because he was, yeah.
They treated him like
They
crap,
did.
like a bottom feeder. They just beat him up and everything. And then
Which they go in it very briefly, but Gore's people had a hierarchy system. They all believed in the gods,
The
but there were
gods,
Yes.
some
and they were
that
praying,
were more
like
blessed than others.
Correct.
Right. So there was a hierarchy. He already had stuff that's messed up, and he's lost his wife and his daughter. Like,
yeah, that was
it was
tough.
completely justified, right?
Hold on,
So he goes
heartstrings.
out on a crusade, killing all the gods of each of their planets. One of them reach out to Thor, one of the victims, I should say, reaches out to Thor that their gods are mysteriously disappearing.
Yeah.
Thor goes out on a hunt for the God Butcher.
Yep.
Now you guys can take over.
Now I'll set it up and you
I
can,
know.
you can take it home, Pete. I love it how they went through time.
Yes.
Grabbed the young Thor, which was cocky, arrogant, blah blah blah. They grabbed the now Thor, and then they grabbed the King Thor.
Yes.
The one-eyed King Thor. The cool thing about the King Thor is he's missing an eye, right? But I believe his left arm.
His left arm is
The
It was the
Destroyer.
cut off, but it's the destroyer's arm.
Destroyer's arm.
Yes.
Sick. Now you could. And now I want to touch on
Fun.
artwork. Oh my god, dude, the art.
Very good artwork.
Every scene. They even took some of this to put
Sod
into the
Raven.
movie. I don't know if you remember that.
Yep.
So freaking amazing, epic. Oh, and again, if you like Thor with a battle axe in the
Yeah,
mortar.
it was called what's it? Let me see if I remember that name.
Oh, what's the fun fact? Be fun.
It was
fact.
fun
fun
fact. He rolled with before Mjolnir.
Yes, this was
He had
actually
an
before.
axe called Jarnborn.
Yep.
And Jarnborn, it's not like Mjolnir. They had the
No.
power to collect electricity or anything
Nope.
like that. It was strong enough.
It was
the
powerful.
strongest metal. It was a good weapon.
Mhm.
Personally, I like Mjolnir's.
Yeah.
Hands
Oh,
Of
yeah,
down.
course.
But the fact that he was not humbled, he wasn't
Worthy. Remember,
he
Pete?
wasn't worthy. He was young. I mean, try to lift the other hand, he couldn't do it. I was laughing my ass off on
I
him.
love that page. He's like,
But he was learning. And, I think they needed that youth of Thor to help them defeat Gore.
Yes.
The future Thor I like because he reminded me of Odin.
Well, that's what he was,
And-
essentially,
He
right?
was the sword arm. And he also had his 3 daughters. And they were all the goddesses of lightning and thunder.
he had a son too,
Same
remember?
thing. He had a son too.
He had a son in the future.
little-
So, which is
boy.
really funny to think about because in actual Nordic mythology, Thor has 1 daughter and 2 sons.
Okay.
That's
Yep,
right.
yep.
So
And also, just really quick, I am so sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
If you guys don't have access to buying a trade paperback or the original issues of Thor the God Butcher, a real big shout out to another creator. His name is on YouTube at the Russian Comic Book Geek. He actually not only took all of the issue numbers and PDF them into a computer,
Oh, wow.
he created a motion comics movie based on the God Butcher. It's one of the best motion comics I've
Never
ever
seen
I
seen.
think I saw it.
So
I saw it.
shout out to the Russian Comic Book Geek over on YouTube.
there you go.
So I'm sorry, I had to give him.
No,
Oh, no,
it's
give
all
him
good.
props.
He also does a really good version of Batman the New 52.
Oh,
So,
good.
but his
I saw that too.
you seen that one?
That's
His
talent.
stuff with Thor is beautiful, and he's doing Moon Knight soon now too. So
Love how they move the pages and the way the comic book looks.
It's dope.
It looks very animated.
he dumbs down that part to keep, so it doesn't take away from the reading.
Right.
But his voice is just perfect for all these characters, and I'm pretty sure it's him and a few other people that are doing it. But
Okay.
like his interpretation of both Gore and Noel, because he also did Noel.
Yeah.
That his voice is who I hear when I think of when I read.
It like it grabs you and holds you in.
Oh, big time!
That's
big
dope.
time.
That's dope.
That is dope. But yeah, the idea of 3 different timelines of Thor
Sick,
was
bro.
what it took to stop Gore.
I really like that.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I enjoyed it. I just the artwork, the writing, it was phenomenal.
Even though Gore got moked, but I mean, it was great. Leading up to it, Jason Aaron, I'm telling you, man, he's the Jason Aaron wrote it, right?
Yeah, Jason Aaron.
He's the man,
He's the
dude.
man.
He is the man.
He's the man, dude.
Fun fact. Another fun fact. And
Fun
I
fact.
don't got much
fun
details on this, but I remember I went down
Yeah.
to Georgia recently, and I
Okay.
bought the recent trade of Phoenix.
Okay.
And during the reason why I'm bringing this book up is during one of the chapters, Borg returned.
Oh, that's right.
And he fought the Phoenix, Jean Grey's Phoenix, and it just about killed her.
Yeah.
And of course, the power of the Phoenix always resurrected, came back, and found a way to defeat Gore and kill him.
That's dope.
I just want to bring that because Gore is, I think, he fits in the Marvel universe hands down as a villain. So I just want to.
I thought Bale played a good part in the movie.
Absolutely, I think Bale did a good job of it. The ending's so questionable because, I mean, I think it would have been more sadder to kill the daughter, but it needed to be done for us to sympathize with Gord, and they didn't. They kind of dropped the ball on that one.
I for the movie you're talking about?
Yes, the movie.
Well, she died, and Christian Bale did a great job of portraying him.
Great actor.
But I will admit, the book
Was better.
it's a lot better. It's a lot better told.
The visuals, man.
Visuals are great.
Flash
Tom
pages.
Reeves.
Just flash pages. Oh my gosh. Shout out.
You know what's kind of funny too? I feel like in the movie adaptation of Love and Thunder, when they show that scene, the god that is supposed to be killed by Noel ends up as the one who's victorious, and he's just a cocky prick, right? And I feel like that takes away so much from the story because with Gore is infuriated, and there's a little nuance of were the gods, all of them, fighting Noel, or were they truly neglecting the planet? So it put a little bit of nuance in it, where in the movie it's just straightforward. We know the gods are bad, so Gore's a little more justified in his crusade. But in the book, because it's so, what's the word I want to look for?
Gruesome? Bloody?
No. That it's more nuanced than that because we don't know if the gods are truly neglecting their. Like it puts another layer to Gore that I didn't think.
I agree.
AP, remind me, is this the storyline where Gore goes into like I think it's like a floating castle or something, and there's all these gods hanging up. They're all dead.
They're all killed. That was it. Same one. That's when I realized how serious Gore was.
It's the Slavic god that Gore chopped off all of his arms and his legs and left him in the middle of the snow to die. I forget the god.
The sick thing about Gore is he tortured the hell out of Thor.
He did.
That was a Slavic.
Yeah,
right. He was a Slavic.
He was
god.
the Slavic version of Apollo from Greek mythology. He was the god of the hunt.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget his name.
I forgot his name too.
Okay. Body parts of Jesus Christ.
As soon as you said that, I was like,
he cut off his arms, he cut off his legs, and instead of killing him, literally left this dude to die in the snow. And
just let him bleed out.
God,
He's clapping like this.
Because he's a god, it takes him longer to die in the snow.
Damn. That's torture, bro.
That was insane.
Lucky Zeus and Hercules never bumped into him. That would have been pretty bad.
Oh, that would have been it for them.
That would have been for both of them. Especially Hercules, because at that time Hercules was not fully powered as a god. So
wow. Yeah, well, the fact that he went in time to grab other Thors to stop this guy.
That was sick.
Should say something.
That's sick.
And he also, keep in mind, fun fact, Noel did not defeat Thor.
Yes, Noel did not. Yes, it's true.
He lost the sword. Not only lost the sword to him, but he could never beat him. He never had the chance to fight him and beat him. Thor has to win. So there you go.
Thor has to win.
So there you go. Next segment, bro.
That's what we got.
All right, let's get into the next one. That was a lot of fun,
That
guys.
was fun.
That was great.
That was great, man.
That was awesome.
That was sick, dude.
All right. So we are on
gonna be good.
segment 3. Okay.
I could read mine off, and then Pete could read yours if you want.
Yeah, that's
and
gonna
then
be
we
the
could
plan.
powwow about
So
5-1.
yeah, let me read the segment first before we get into it. So segment 3. Please list 5 characters who have lifted Thor's hammers. This will not include any honorable mentions on this. So pick your 5. 5-1.
Not me.
I'll run mine 5-1, and then we can powwow.
All right.
Okay, guys, I got Moon Knight from the Avengers 2018.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Matt Pito heard me talk about the god that was butchered. No, the god that was butchered.
Oh,
the one that was in the snow.
Apollo.
He said he was like the Black Knight in Monty Python.
Oh,
Basically, I mean, yeah.
Such a great movie,
That
though.
was a straight movie, yeah.
That was a great movie.
That's probably how he died in the movie too.
I don't know stuff.
All right, I'm so sorry. All right, back
Oh,
to
God.
Can't pick him for kickball or nothing.
no,
No,
never.
That's all right. I got Moon Knight from Avengers 2018, issue 33. I've got Loki, number 4, from the Avengers and X-Men Actus 2014, number 9. I got Red Hulk, 2008, issue number 5. And I got, of course, number 2, Steve Rogers from Thor, 390. And my number 1, drumroll P, Silver Surfer from Thanos, 2016, number 16.
Before you get into it, kudos for you for including Access in that.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
that's
Give
it.
props on that one.
Yeah.
Brother.
We only matched one.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
that's good.
Oh, my
That's
God.
what you guys are. Right?
That's your list,
Here's
yeah.
number 5. Number 5.
I got it.
Wonder Woman from Marvel vs. DC number 3.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Number 4. David Ray Bill. I had to put him in there.
Forgot my.
Number 3. Superman. Avengers JLA number 4. Number 2. Jane
You
Foster.
see?
Thor,
Honorable
Volume
mentions.
4, number 1.
Yeah.
And number 1, you're number 2 for some reason.
What?
Steve Rogers, Captain America, 390.
Okay.
Fanboy.
Because
All
we're
right,
going
so-
by the character
Yeah,
next
fanboy.
to him.
Let's take this very, very carefully. Let's start with Captain America.
Yes.
Before we go, one more. Black Panther 1000 BC, Avengers
Yeah.
Talking
36.
about that
Yes, we
earlier.
talked about
Yeah.
this earlier.
We'll touch on it.
That
We'll
one
touch.
deserves
I'll-
to have a
do you care if I just summarize it
Yeah,
real quick?
Go for it.
So in the Marvel BC era, there are a group of Avengers with older characters. One of them is the great grandfather of T'Challa, a Black Panther of the BC era. He actually holds Mjolnir, who is a weapon of Odin at the time. He ends up being worthy, but there is no crowning of the God of Thunder, so therefore he doesn't become. He has the power, but he doesn't become the God of Thunder. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
But he held it.
That was a good argument, and it should be on the list. I agree with that.
All right, P, go ahead. You can run yours. Talk about yours and we can talk
All
about
right.
it.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
let's
we
do
both
Cap.
agree Cap.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
Cap.
talk about Cap.
Yeah, let's talk Cap. Oh.
So,
Go ahead.
I was going to say,
Before he says that, he's the captain in this. Remember, Pete?
he was the U.S. agent version. But here's the fun fact. How he first picked up the hammer is the exact same way
Epic.
everybody, you included, when you saw the Avengers Endgame movie and you saw Captain America pick up the hammer, Mjolnir, and he started fighting Thanos with it, with the shield and everything, that's how we reacted in the book when he picked up the hammer. Because we never thought anybody could lift that hammer at the time. And Cap shows up, you figured, okay, maybe he's worthy. And when he picks it up, and he was
That art
worthy.
was sick. That
And
art
he
was
didn't
sick.
even
dude.
use Thor's powers like he did in the movie, but he was.
Yeah,
he
he
just lifted up,
Mhm.
got somebody out, put it back down. That was it.
So I remember they all jumped on him. And he hit him and he knocked them all out.
All out, but that was it.
That
No
was-
lightning, no nothing. It was all Cap.
It would have been cool to see how he would look with the Thor gear on.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Red, white, and blue. Oh, that would have been sick.
right?
But sick.
Well,
Like a
helmet
mech.
with an A on it.
Which so
Yes,
TNA.
I think
TNA.
when I think about characters who have been worthy over the years, right?
Yes,
Some of them make a lot of sense by Nordic tradition, Nordic beliefs, right?
right,
You know, these ideals of a warrior, right?
right.
And then there's some that are like, what the, And at first I'm like, Captain America, like really, that's a what the,
Yeah.
kind of moment. Then as I get older, I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
It makes
Cap
sense.
was a soldier. Cap was willing to die and
Honor.
kill
Yeah.
and lived by a code.
He's worthy.
Okay, makes sense.
He's worthy.
Exactly. He was never corrupted in any way either.
AB worthy.
But the rest of our list totally opposite.
Yeah, let's get into it.
some of these names. Okay, so mine,
Whatever, yeah.
like I said, Jane Foster and Beta Ray Bill. I know we discussed them earlier. I put
yeah.
them on the list because Jane Foster's situation with cancer, I thought, it made her worth a yes. But yes, she used the power of Thor to help her, but it was also what was killing her.
And that's the fact too. she willingly gave up the power because she could have held the hammer forever and she would have
chose not to.
lived,
Exactly.
but she chose to sacrifice herself. So I agree with that 100%.
That was
there
a
you
great,
go.
great storyline.
And of course, Beta Ray Bill, he ended up with Stormbreaker. So okay, there's a technicality there. But he did have the hammer, and it opened up who he was.
And it was a noble cause. He was trying to save his people.
Exactly. But but I think after Stormbreaker, it established his identity. Like
Agreed.
became who he was. My other two, Wonder Woman and Superman, both during the crossovers.
That was crazy, man.
Even though they lifted up Mjolnir, they didn't become Thor or anything like that.
Well,
Which we
on
discussed.
your point, the one where Wonder Woman picked it up, she was blessed with the power of Thor for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds though.
But she handed the hammer back to Thor. She was like, "What is this? I don't need this. I'm the Amazon. I'm good."
Yeah, so she
But
was
she
good.
did
So
have.
she rejected it, and that's why she ended
But
up.
you have to see this image of her.
I know
Yeah.
she looked kind of,
Wubba wubba.
And
How you doing? Hello, nurse.
then Superman, I mean, yes, he used the hammer to help fight and everything, but he wasn't interested in the power.
He
It
held
was
it.
also explained later on that he wasn't actually worthy.
No.
Yeah.
Thor was like, okay, give me
Okay,
for a
I'll
minute.
let you have it.
Yeah. He gave him the curse. Yeah.
But
Oh, she got pee.
that was it. Those are my 5, and that's why they made the list. Your list is very interesting.
All right, here we go, guys. Moon Knight, Avengers 2018, like I said, issue 33.
I should have thought of
The Age of Khonshu began because Moon Knight's deity, I believe it's called.
Deity.
You're right.
Deity, the moon
Khonshu.
god Khonshu, realized that the Hell Lord Mephisto was coming to Earth, a great force, more than what the power that Moon Knight had. Unfortunately, this drove Khonshu a little mad, and he dragged Mark Spector, of course, aka Moon Knight, even farther into a state of instability, as they stole weapons and powers from a modern era most powerful heroes. Of course, they got the freaking hammer because it's a moon, and Khonshu can control the powers of a moon.
Moons.
So he technically had it, used it, raised it, or whatever have you, but he never was fully blessed with the power of Thor.
This is true.
So
And
he
then,
was worthy, but he ended up picking it up because of that.
Or he was worthy to obtain the hammer, but
Yes.
didn't get the powers of Thor.
Right. It is so dope. The panel of him holding it and controlling it is dope.
I know. That series, he also took out the entire Avengers team. So
That's true.
oh, that's
Then I don't want to talk about all the what ifs. You got your Rogue, you got your black
ultimate.
you get your 40s. 40s, everyone went crazy when the freaking Love and Thunder. Hey, let's go buy this what if, and I'm telling everybody, that's not canon. What the hell are you doing? FOMO people. Hashtag say no to FOMO. All right, guys, I got
There you go.
Loki Avengers X-Men Axis 2014.
That's a good
Number 9. Believe it or not, the God of Mischief was once worthy of Thor's power, but only because he undergone a complex inversion of his moral compass.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick.
Yep.
Axis in general was a really great storyline.
I
because
liked
a lot of heroes became villains and a lot of villains became heroes,
That
right?
was dope.
Some great examples, obviously Loki became a hero, Carnage was a hero, Apocalypse was a hero, Iron Man was a villain. Like there were some really great turnarounds in Axis.
Loki was the top one.
I think, but for me, yeah, Loki is definitely the top for like the change of hero.
It was great.
But then Iron Man's my favorite for the villain change, but that's just me.
I like it because when they were on the moon and they confronted each other and they found out Loki was worthy,
Yeah.
and he got it, and dude, he took it to Thor. Not only did he take it to Thor, Thor was so they say power drunk or something.
Yeah.
They say he was so power drunk that he didn't even remember that his brother, his finest hour of Loki.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see because all this time Loki's not worthy. And one of my all-time favorite what ifs, if you find the issue and put it up on the thing, it's what if Loki possessed the power of the hammer of Thor, and it's like the sick ass cover. It's like a painting, and he's like holding the hammer in the air with magic.
I can try to find
Yeah,
it.
he could look good with magic, but he couldn't
So
hold
dope.
the hammer.
So really good point there, right? So we know Loki is not worthy,
Mhm.
but isn't it interesting that when the flare that is Axis, this cosmic power that switches everybody's
That
morality,
was so dope,
Yes.
man.
by that logic, if Loki really cleaned himself up, right, and changed his moral compass, he'd be worthy.
Mhm.
Not a lot of heroes can do that. There's no hero that I know of that has been unworthy, changes their mindset,
Became
and then becomes worthy. It's very interesting. to think
Loki's
about.
a very trick when he comes to his mindset. He's very tricky,
Yeah.
and he knows how to manipulate. And that's I think that's what makes him a great character and more powerful. But at the same time, it has to be a loophole when it comes to lift up.
Oh, there has to be.
And when he figures it out, it makes him more dangerous.
I'm gonna throw something in there. I didn't put it on the list. I know there's no honorable mentions.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's talk about it.
Venom had the hammer for 2 seconds. Remember, he merged it to fight Noah and kill him and made a battle axe.
That's right.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
It just hit me.
he merged with
Took the surfer's board, picked Mjolnir, merged it, made the hammer.
Right.
It just hit me, dude. Because I know we talked about it when we did the Noah episode.
I remember.
But that's dope,
Was he
though.
worthy though? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, by
He had to. Well, he had the cosmic
technicality-
power on. He had the Captain Universe power on him.
That's why.
So that I guess that made him worthy.
Technically, that's another.
Well, he
like,
went
he's
from
not worthy
villain
the fact that he had
to
Captain
anti-hero to to
Because you know how powerful
borderline.
Captain Universe.
Oh yeah,
will
that
make
power.
him.
Oh hell yeah.
So even if he wasn't, it's almost like when the Hulk tries to lift it, he can move it. He can probably lift it like 2 inches to the ground and drop it.
Remember,
Can
had
we
that
say
whole-
the Ultimate Hulk? Remember?
Yeah, I would make the argument Ultimate Hulk.
Similar
He
to
could.
what Ultimate Hulk.
I don't want to add much more to this. And on that segue, I'll just drop this.
Well, yeah.
The Red Hulk, issue number 5.
Oh, is this the moon theory?
Yes,
Yeah.
a planet that knows gravity.
Gravity.
Guys,
Sees it floating around,
Yes.
he takes it, throws it.
they're already saying everything I'm saying. Let's be clear. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, aka Red Hulk,
This is where
is not
guess.
worthy of the power of Thor, nor is he actually able to lift a hammer. Of course, like you said, it's up in space, so that I guess rolls out or voids out the fact that he can actually lift the damn hammer.
I veto this one. No.
Come on.
I disagree
Talk
with
to me,
you. on it.
brother. Talk to me.
The fact that when Mjolnir is on the ground and you can lift the hammer, if you're worthy,
But
or
it's
you
on
can't
the
lift.
ground, the gravity of Earth.
The,
no?
the thing was, it's in space. There's no gravity.
But don't the words still
If it was on the moon,
Still legit.
yes. But it was floating.
order in the court?
It was floating in the space because Thor dropped it. And the Red Hulk took it from midair while it's literally no gravity. And all he did was just swing it at him.
So
He didn't really grab it.
technically speaking, he held it. He
He
did
held
not
it.
wield it. Is that fair?
That's what I mean.
When he threw it at Thor's ass. He's like, Thor, catch.
For half a second, he was wheeling it.
What? Okay, the same argument. Now we're going to do it. The same argument for Ultimate Hulk, right? Ultimate Hulk has a different threshold because of anger. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, right?
Right.
And in that sequence where he fights the Ultimates, he does throw the hammer at Thor, but he doesn't receive any of the powers. So now, do we qualify the ultimate version of Hulk as he's wielded the hammer, or was this just
Lift it.
You had this discussion
But
before that.
he
We
lifted
did.
it,
He lifted it, but you also remember the Mjolnir of the Ultimate Universe.
No, I reject your theory.
it's
reject your
different.
theory.
Theirs
It's not
were different from Mjolnir of Earth
It's
because
not.
the magic of Earth, 616,
Yeah.
which is the main
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
Oh, I picked up the hammer.
You're
Whoever
worthy.
possessed the power of Thor.
I reject it. I reject it.
Where over
wholeheartedly.
there
No, I reject this because the Ultimates have the
had the
same
same
curse.
curse.
They do, right?
They do.
did, but I don't think their magic was a lot weaker than the magic in over here.
So let me ask you this: the Hulk from Ultimate, he's that strong
He's
He's
that
strong. I
strong.
think he's more
To lift it.
stronger
than ours.
So, like,
than
I'll
ours.
put it to you like this, right?
Go ahead.
I would accept that theory if Ultimate Hulk, 1610 original universe Hulk, was in
That
616 and then somehow lifted Mjolnir, right, of that world. And
Right.
it's like, how could he do that? Oh, because the magic templates of each universe are different.
Correct.
I would accept that theory.
Correct.
However, it doesn't play out into practice because we know that Hulk of 616 has a variant in which he is that powerful.
He's strong enough.
Worldbreaker.
He's stronger than
Oh,
World Breaker.
He could probably
Right.
lift it.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
He probably could, P, right?
Well, recent.
I'm just saying.
What the
Yeah,
the
Worldbreaker,
616.
Worldbreaker Hulk.
Worldbreaker.
He probably would have lifted off the ground, but I don't think how
He couldn't wield
he probably
it.
wouldn't be
He
able
could
to
not wield it. No, we agree on that.
Speaking of strength, I just throw this out to
Yeah,
you.
take a shot.
Remember, Juggernaut? He got the he became an alternate version. He found a crystal or something. I know not the original crystal, but he
Yeah,
found
it's okay.
something else
Yeah, yeah.
that it it made him super powered.
Right.
Could he have lifted it?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was
I
that
mean,
strong.
Not wield it, but definitely
No, lift it.
Maybe lift.
Strength wise, P. Because Juggernaut
That's a
by
good
himself without that new, I forgot what it's called. It's another
Because
crystal.
it is magical form that might help him, but
I still
then
got
you
the
start,
cover where he's like
then you
punching
start
and
to
it's like
wonder
foil in
if
the background.
the
I
magic
forgot.
of Sidorak versus
So-
the magic of Odin.
Oh,
Which
who
is strong.
counterbalances?
Yes. So
I
then
understand
you
what
would
you're
then
saying.
that question would be answered, but we don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
But
so-
I will say this:
well,
in
my
the
only
ultimate
other-
universe, Asgard, Odin, Asgard,
Mhm.
which would have powered the curse, and it did power the curse because nobody could have left the hammer until Hulk did.
Yep.
But you also got to remember it was destroyed in the ultimate universe.
But at what point? What point is Asgard destroyed in the Ultimate Universe?
I think
During Incursion.
Found it.
it was during incursion.
Yeah.
Tryon Juggernaut.
Oh,
He's
that
like-
crystal is called Tryon.
He's like
Okay.
the next. He's like
Yeah.
Juggernaut, but even like mad powerful, dude.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
like-
the most powerful variant of Juggernaut.
Could he at least lift it? I'm not saying willed it or be worthy.
Maybe.
Strength wise, I'm
depending on-
saying.
Well, maybe depending on the magic, because that's actually a really good point. We're going to finish that
That's
point, and then
right.
we're going to come back
The
to
whole
Ultimates.
damn thing is magic.
The whole thing is magic.
Yeah,
whole thing
this
is
is true.
magic.
So, in theory, if you can somehow break the Odinson curse, then technically anybody in theory can lift the hammer.
Right.
But outside of that, you have a point. It's just a magic versus magic
Yeah.
situation.
Oh.
Now,
We won't
Which
know.
the
trumps what?
argument.
Hey, could Doctor Strange maybe cast something around it in order for
Probably.
somebody to lift it?
Over there, Doctor Strange tried, couldn't.
He
So
wasn't. Yeah,
if he
okay,
doesn't
okay.
know, then there's not much magic
Gotcha.
that
Yeah.
would.
I don't want to get too
Maybe
off
you
of
can
the
make an
subject.
argument for something in the dark hold, but I think even then that's maybe shooting it. Like that's probably a pretty far fetched thing. But I'm going to go back to this now.
Go ahead.
So in Ultimates, we know original Ultimates, not the new,
Yeah,
the
the
original
newer version,
1610. We know Asgard exists. We know the Nine Realms exist. We don't ever directly see Asgard because Thor is outcasted.
Yes.
And even when he becomes worthy, rejects his father for sending him to Asgard. However, we know Hela exists in Ultimates.
Yeah.
Hela is waging war against Asgard. So by that logic,
Oh wow.
we know Asgard still exists. Asgard is eventually destroyed during the incursion event between 616 and the original
Secret Wars.
1610. Yes. So we know this is happening, right? So we know that happens. So then that can make an argument about, okay, yeah, maybe the magic is diluted a little bit, the music. But when the Thor corps end up patrolling
Galaxy.
not the
Universe?
Secret Wars,
Secret.
the battle world, we know that the original 1610 Thor, not only is he still worthy to be amongst the Thor corps, but he's still wielding the Mjolnir.
Okay.
So fair theory, but I reject the premise because of these events.
Well, question for both of you.
Yeah.
Like,
If you take this, bring it to another universe, would someone else wield it?
Probably.
if they're worthy,
How about if they're not worthy?
everybody will be able to lift it.
Remember, the curse is only in 616.
All right.
I'm just saying.
So would it
Like
have
if you
to
go
be-
to like Ultraverse, if you go
Well,
to
this
Image
is
Comic, like say Spawn pops up, hits the portal and goes, "Thank you,"
I do have a good answer, and this segues.
but I don't think he'll be worthy of it.
My honorable mention.
Redwood. Sorry.
Oh, Redwood.
Yo,
Oh,
yo,
never heard from you from ever. We read you, but we can't
Yeah,
talk.
we're doing reads today because
today
this
we're
is the season finale.
yeah, brother.
So, Redwood. We
Hi,
missed
Beta.
What's up, brother?
What's up, Beta?
one of us.
Yo, better.
So anyway, let me segue that answer. I
Yes.
got a good answer for you.
I still got my last one
My
to talk
honorable
Yes, we'll still
mention
talk about it.
about. Yeah, yeah.
was Volstagg.
Okay.
Volstagg, a member of the Warrior 3. If you remember the movie, he's the fat one.
Also, one of the sons of Odin.
Yes.
No, he was not a son of Odin.
Volstagg is one of the sons of Odin.
No, Balder is the son of Odin.
Balder is also a son of Odin.
Volstagg, you know who Volstagg is?
I
The
know
Warrior
he is.
3?
Yeah, the Warrior
That guy?
3, yeah.
He was never not related to Odin.
Are you sure? I know in Nordic
100%.
mythology he is. He's
Well,
one of the.
Probably not in the movies.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, not in the movie and not in the book.
Never mind. Today's
anyway,
topic
okay.
is Thor, Beta.
He was, in. Sorry, hear me see.
Okay. Okay, Pete.
He ended up with the power of Thor. It happened in Mighty Thor Volume 4, number 20, written by Jason Aaron and
Yes.
Russell Dodderman. So we know it's the same, that volume.
Yeah.
He ends up he became the Dark Thor. That's what they called him.
Yeah,
Dark Thor.
Okay.
He ended up.
Part of the Dark Avengers or no?
No,
No, different
no,
Thor.
follow me. He becomes a Dark Thor. He ends up fighting Thor, Jane Foster, who was a Thor. It was a whole
Do that held the hammer. I'll tell you.
he had was not. It was Mjolnir, but not that Mjolnir.
Oh,
he ended up fighting this. Mind you, this is after Secret Wars, where the Ultimate Universe was destroyed. He ends up finding that Mjolnir from the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Mjolnir ended up falling, just like we spoke earlier
that you're
about that
talking
issue
about,
with Thor
it
after
fell.
Ragnarok destroyed them.
Yeah.
I remember.
Their Mjolnir fell on our Earth.
I remember.
Well, actually, it fell in Asgard, our Asgard.
Yeah.
Volstagg finds it. He
Lifted
lifts
it.
it, and he was worthy. Mind you, he can't. He
Because-
never was worthy to lift up this Mjolnir. He was able to lift this
That one.
Mjolnir.
So
Did he
you
get
know
the
what?
power?
That plays into
Yes.
that plays into Tommy's theory a little bit. So an alternate world person could lift Mjolnir, assuming Asgard still exists. If it doesn't exist, then technically anybody can be worthy.
So
of it.
basically, if this Mjolnir goes into another universe, but our Asgard and
Exists.
Odin still exists,
Yeah.
then the curse still exists for anybody.
Gotcha.
However, if that goes into another universe and Asgard's destroyed, Odin's destroyed, the curse is not completely
Technically
lifted.
lift it a little.
It changes. It basically certain people are worthy.
Then they
The
can
worthiness.
Oh, so then by that theory,
Yes.
now we're gonna tie it up into a big old bow.
Right.
By that logic, then, technically speaking, if 616 Thor fights 1610 Hulk and throws Mjolnir at 1610 Hulk,
Oh shit.
and Hulk gets angry enough, he can in fact move Mjolnir even a little bit. By that logic,
Yes.
think about it. Yes, the curse applies if these specific traits exist.
Yes.
X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
That's the existence of Asgard.
You got it.
Can everybody get that?
I got it.
Everybody follow that?
Yeah,
We're good
Get
there?
it. We got
So by that logic, by your own omission, Ultimate Hulk can lift and throw Mjolnir. Not wield.
No.
But can be strong
He could
enough
toss it.
to lift and toss it.
the Ultimate Hulk.
Ultimate, not our Hulk. 1610,
Yes.
616.
Yes.
Holy shit, I wrapped that up nice.
However, hold on. However,
That was nice.
hold on.
You get that.
By that logic, go back to the Volstagg situation.
Is this going to turn into once a season? We're
No,
having this conversation?
It depends on the curse.
Okay.
Okay, because the ultimate
Hammer.
Thor's hammer Mjolnir came into Asgard, our Asgard,
After their Asgard is destroyed.
right?
Yeah.
So the rule who was worthy changed magically. So the person who wasn't worthy to lift up this hammer could lift this hammer, and that's what Volstagg did. And there was other people who tried and they couldn't. That logic means when this hammer goes into another world and Asgard's destroying everything, there's still a curse on it. It's just different. It
You just have
changes.
to be worthy. Like
You
said.
just have to be a different type.
So let me ask you this: if the other hammer came to our world,
Right.
could Pat pick it up?
We don't know. I would. That's a question mark.
I'm saying he probably could.
You never know. We never know because what made Volstagg different
Then
from anybody who was worthy in our universe?
Just the fact that Asgard didn't exist anymore in
Correct.
1610.
And so
But
you
there's
picked
still
it
a
up.
curse on it because if
But
there was
Odin's destroyed.
no, I know. Like I said, even
It
if
has to be.
It got to be lifted.
no, because when he lifted, he was worthy. That means if let me see if I can.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this
Go
real
ahead.
quick. Take a breath. Let me ask you this. It says on the hammer, "He who is worthy." Who put the curse on the hammer?
On all hammers, Odin from every
So
universe.
if Odin's dead, how is it still cursed?
Yeah,
Isn't it
that's a good
lift?
point.
It's lift.
That's a good point.
It's
Well,
gone.
over the years, Odin died, and that curse was still going on.
But Odin
Only
always had a way.
616.
Right.
But Odin
Only-
always had a way to come back.
The
Yes.
old team came
If
back.
the universe is completely destroyed, all that magic is null and void.
I
It's
don't.
the same way if Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet in 1610, and now that universe ceases to exist, the Infinity Gauntlet
I don't
of that
think
world
magic.
is
I don't
gone.
think magic works that way, especially as guardian magic. Because just because you kill the guy who cast it doesn't mean the curse goes away.
Speaking of the gauntlet,
Yes.
remember Ultraverse, a rune. The
Yes.
character came over, grabbed the glove, went over. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
So that, by that logic, yeah.
By that logic, I agree.
It didn't work.
But I think Asgardian magic is different from the cosmic magic.
Sure. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
I think there was still some of that curse, even after Odin's death, and it goes into a different universe. Yeah, I think the rule changes on the certain magic of that universe.
Died a lot.
See, the only difference is there's no anchor to the Infinity Gems.
No.
There is an anchor to the curse of all the Mjolnirs
Pneumonia.
with
Yep.
X always being Odin, Y always being Asgard.
And because of
Correct.
of that Mjolnir in that universe was cursed by Odin of that universe.
Yep.
As soon as it comes into our universe, even though it's that universe is destroyed in Asgard and Odin, there's still Asgard and Odin in this universe, and that magic
Still
affects it.
I don't
It's just
think
a
so.
it just affects the person, the rules.
I don't think so.
No, not at all, dude.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I
Whatever you said, I'm nulling it. I'm avoiding all that what you just said.
I think there's more to it that we don't know.
I got you. I got you.
I
Well,
share
we
that.
agree to
Which way?
disagree.
We're going to the
We
whole
agree to
different
disagree.
direction.
We agree to disagree.
that was good. That was good.
I do want to throw this in
Yeah.
there, even though no honorable mentions. But it's Thor, baby. It's the final
Yeah,
season.
the mighty season.
No, final episode.
Final
Okay.
episode.
Oh,
Final episode. That's
yeah,
the
not the final season.
We're gonna have a season 3. Don't go crazy.
No, but listen. All right, you ready? I'm gonna throw this in there. But I know it's not on our list. Black Winter held the hammer. Remember when he came? He was looking for his apprentice, which was Galactus.
Right.
Black Winter had that baby right on the cover. I remember.
That's right.
Something about Black Winter that was certain magic.
Yes, had to been that
So
know
there,
it.
so
so there is magic
Yes.
above
There's
the
a
Asgardians.
it's certain rules. I think
That's dope, right? I just remembered.
You
That is
did.
dope.
All right,
Keep
guys.
going.
All right, what else did we
I
have to
got
talk to?
I got one more. I got one more.
One more.
Right, here we go, guys. Silver Surfer and Thanos wins.
Yes.
Storyline.
Yeah.
After hundreds, if not thousands of years as Galactus hero, the Silver Surfer felt the weight of sins for serving the world of our world. In a desolated future seen in Thor issue from 2016, from issue 16 to 17, the Silver Surfer was the last hero in existence who could challenge King Thanos. Remember where Thanos had to get his younger version
Yeah.
to go fight to kill the future version. However, the Silver Surfer decided to postpone their confrontation as long as possible because of Mjolnir. Silver Surfer knew he was unworthy, so he spent a very long time trying to obtain Thor's power via the hammer. And it worked. Eventually he got it, and dude, I'm telling you, bro, you got your was it Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Cosmic
which is
Ghost Rider.
Punisher.
Yep.
Yes.
Sick, bro. Storyline. I mean, I saw the second printing of the cover. I think it's 13, where Thanos is sitting on a throne, King Thanos, and he has freaking Hulk on a chain, dude, like a
Who's the writer?
Donnie Cates,
Yes,
baby.
baby.
Shout out. Who's the artist? Okay.
Okay.
So-
now look down.
So now back to Silver Surfer. So anyway, dude, they're just going at it, and guess who freaking shows up, man? One of the last pages. It's so sick. Shows up on a surfboard. It's freaking. He's called the Fallen One. Silver Surfer has the freaking power, and he has freaking Mjolnir in his freaking hand, dude.
I just realized, is it Ryan Stegman?
Could be.
Could be.
Probably.
Yes.
We'll do our
Yes.
research on that.
Probably is.
We'll do an episode on Thanos when
So, dude, he shows up. He's giving it to Thanos. Toma. In Spanish, that means beating. Here, take that. That means Toma. So anyway, today's word of the day, Spanish word of the day is Toma. So dude, he's pounding Thanos, right? He's back checking him up. And Thanos is like, enough, dude. He freaking cuts blasts his arm off. Now, King Thanos, none of the Thanoses are worthy to lift the hammer.
Oh yeah, but
So he takes the arm where Silver Surfer had the hammer, and he starts killing Silver Surfer. Toma. One of my all-time favorite storylines, Thanos wins. Love it.
Sorry,
I love that storyline too.
Love
I love it. You do. I'm not going to argue on this.
The
One. I
Surfer
kind of
held
agree
it.
with you. Silver Surfer.
Surfer held the hammer.
I always wondered
Yeah.
if he was worthy, and I think before that storyline, I don't even remember him even attempting to try to lift the hammer. I know they teamed up, but I don't think he.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I
it
don't
makes
think he
me
ever
wonder.
did.
If,
Not
if
even
he was
in a What If comic, he
and
never
then you
did
think
it.
of him as a character. He was. I mean, Stanley created him. He was so pure as a character.
You know why he created him, right? Well, in fact, no, because
Go for it.
Sir Stanley likes surfing.
Mhm.
So he got that idea, let me put this guy on a surfboard and make him cool. Seriously, that's it. Because if you look at Surfer, he's naked.
Yeah, he is.
So it's a dude with no shirt riding a surfboard.
But it made you wonder as a person, was he ever worthy? And I always
Well, dude,
wondered.
he was traumatized. Remember issue 50 when he fought Thanos?
Yeah,
was
he was
traumatized.
traumatized, but like, was he? What
I
would
think
make
he was
him
a
that?
pure heart. Because,
I think
well,
he was
dude,
pure
he
heart.
rebelled against
Well,
Galactus.
he also
He was tired of Galactus
I think
killing
it
the
was-
worlds.
he sacrifices himself for his world to begin with. So that is.
Yes.
That's
he
like
does-
his first sin.
I don't even know if really the curse of Thor is being pure of heart, because the pagans were not pure of heart, to their unless you were their kind.
Yes.
So I think what it comes down to is battle and the ultimate sacrifice, right?
Yes.
So
True.
maybe he is worthy. I would love
That's what
to
I'm
know
saying.
more.
I would love more.
We've been on this for a while and we
Yeah.
only have like less
Yeah.
than 30 minutes
Oh
left.
my God. No, we're good, man.
So much. to talk about.
2-hour session. Thank you.
It is. Yo, you're right.
It is.
We are in a 2-hour.
Are you mad?
So the next. Oh wait, we had one more person to talk about, right? Did we miss
Do
somebody?
you have somebody? I covered all mine.
I covered all of them.
We talked about the Serpent,
James Foster.
Superman, Wonder Woman,
Even to my enemy.
Surfer,
perfect, okay.
Steve Rogers, Red Hulk, Loki, and Moon Knight.
All right, perfect. So then we'll go right into segment 4, which I imagine will be a lot faster.
Real
Oh,
fast. This is gonna be the
This is
shortest.
gonna be quick, and then we'll go to the next sentence.
We'll guess it
Next
together
one.
at the same time. Let's see. Go
All
ahead.
right,
Don't do it at the same time because then they can't hear you.
All right, you do yours, I'll do mine. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, let me read it.
Okay,
I'll read segment 4. What is your favorite Thor live action movie?
1, 2, 3.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, mine, my friend. Thank you so much.
No argument there.
But see,
Oh my
check it
God,
out. They
alright.
did the 4 movies, right? You got 2011, right? Thor. Then you got Dark World, 2013. It was okay. Then you got Ragnarok. When I tell you, man, the director P, what's his name?
Hawaii. Oh God, I can't remember.
Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Tahiti. Taha.
Sorry.
Tahiti.
I don't remember how to
Hold up, listen. If you have a name, we're gonna chop it
I'm
up.
gonna chop it up.
So anyway, and then Ragnarok, and then the last one, which was
Thor,
Thor Love
Thunder
of Thunder.
was okay, but
It was all right. I mean,
Yeah.
they lean on your heartstrings with
speed up a lot.
Can I be
Jane
so
Foster.
honest
Oh,
with
he's
both of
upset.
you?
Well,
I freaking hate comical Thor.
Really,
Yeah, I like more serious tone Thor.
it was
Dude.
It was more about his situation.
dude. Tell me you didn't like it when he saw
Oh,
on the other side, and he said, "Oh, it's a friend from
it was
work."
like the best fight scene.
Don't get me wrong.
Loved it.
Thor Ragnarok is a good movie. Is it the best Thor movie? Absolutely not.
Well, this was
I
my
was buying
opinion.
No, of course.
Order the court. Order the court.
I'm being the odd man out.
Hold on.
My favorite Thor live action movie is the second one, is The Dark World.
You know what? To be honest with you, that's more towards actual comics.
Yes.
That's
why I like
it's more
It
to
was
it.
based on it was kind of based
on.
or loosely based off War Realms.
Yeah. That's why I liked it so much.
Lightning strikes.
You know what? I didn't mind the second one. My problem with the second one was
It was too serious.
it was too
That's why I loved it.
more based on that
I got
Infinity
it.
Gem,
I
and
got
it
it.
kind of took away
Yeah,
from the story.
The reality stuff.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I
yeah.
also enjoyed the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong; it was a good origin
was
story.
the- it was the-
Based off of J. Michael Straczynski.
It laid the groundwork.
It did.
I'm not mad. To see
Well-
Thor on the big screen was great.
And the last one, I loved seeing Jane Foster's Thor.
Yeah.
You know, with and seeing gore and everything.
Yeah, of course.
But Ragnarok brought. It took the only thing they took with it was Planet Hulk. Everything else was it kept us guessing. Doctor Strange's appearance, Hela coming up and finding out it was the sister. It
That
wasn't
was
a loop, but
epic,
the
dude.
story wise, it
Yeah.
kind of made sense. So it was. More
I think that was my only, other than the comical elements, because I wasn't a huge fan of them. There's some really funny moments in the movie, but I'm like, to me, this is a
I love the
Thor movie.
executioner, the dude on the rape.
he was
He was dope.
So you know something really funny about the
That's
executioner?
the boys.
So that scene where he's gunning down all those creatures,
Have the comic.
and it pulls up. They have the mountain, and he's shooting on top of the mountain.
Yes.
The actor who plays the executioner is a huge fan of the game series Doom. So they recreated the cover in that. You notice that?
Oh yeah.
So he's got
Yes.
I think a butcher from The
Butcher, The
Boys.
Boys.
Yep.
He was
Great actor.
Dr. McCoy from Star Trek.
Great actor.
He played a Judge Dredd movie.
Yep.
So I mean, and he's gonna be Johnny Cage for the Mortal Kombat movie.
That's true. That's true.
So
The new Mortal
he's a
Kombat
good
movie.
fan. He's a good actor.
I like how the chemistry with all of them, Valkyrie, Thor, Hulk, all of them.
Yeah,
fit.
Wait,
some of the
I
revenge.
didn't get to finish that point. I'm
Oh,
so
sorry.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
My only real concern about Thor Ragnarok
Go ahead.
was Hela being the sister of Thor
Oh.
and Loki. I thought that was odd.
Yeah.
Odd,
Why?
but it made sense. And
Curveball.
he got
She
hers
was
in the end fighting.
badass though.
Oh, she was great.
He got hers in the end fighting Suture, so I was okay with that.
And she broke Mjolnir, which was great.
Yeah.
That I was upset about.
Bro,
So
it's crazy how he went back and found another.
he got
Yeah,
another
that
one.
was
But don't worry, it came back. It came back thanks to Jane. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was my favorite.
That was my
I really
favorite, too.
enjoyed it. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
you had
Disagree and disagree.
what's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name? It had what's his name? The guy that played the Fly. I'm thinking of freaking
Oh, the actor, Jeff
what's his-
Goldblum.
Yeah, he was like,
He was
ladies and
funny in
gentlemen,
this one.
the Lord of Thunder. I
He
just
was
couldn't laugh at dude.
not the collector. He was
The
the
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
Remember, he said the Lord of Thunder, dude. I loved it. I loved it.
He was,
And it sucked because they gave us a hint of freaking bills on that pole, man. Damn. So you know what though?
I'm little
Jamie
okay.
Marvel wants you.
Maybe I
Jamie
have a little
Feige.
bit more complaints about Ragnarok.
uh-oh.
So you're right. They did pull from Planet Hulk, which honestly is the highlight of the movie for me. The fight between Thor and
So-
Hulk is the best
that
part of
was so
Ragnarok.
Of course.
That made the movie.
But when they started to name this event the Contest of Champions, and the collector isn't there to distribute his hero,
Yes.
and it's just the Grandmaster's heroes fighting, I was like, fudge,
Well,
man.
Blame Thanos on that, but he killed the collector last time I checked.
Yes. Well, in the movies.
Yeah.
MCU
Did he?
movies. He mulked him. Yeah.
He showed up in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He was collecting, and first they destroyed his museum,
No,
Yeah,
and then
the whole thing.
Thanos looked for him, and remember he choked them, and then
Killed
he
him.
realized he was being watched. So he fake.
Nope, because if you remember, that was the creation of the Reality Stone.
Yes. That gave the impersonation of him.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
it wasn't his
killed.
dead.
Or,
He was dead.
well, there's no confirmation that he actually died. There's no body.
Well, he never came back.
Collector's dope in the comics,
I know.
though.
That's
Gotta
what I'm
tell you
saying.
that.
Yeah, wonder
He's
if he's
dope.
still alive.
In the comic, he's alive. Movie, we're not sure, but I'm assuming he's dead.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Murder, death, kill.
So murdered them.
MDK.
So that's how fast we were.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Next.
We're good. I mean, all the actors played great. Like the Loki. Oh, man, they all did really
Loki.
good.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. Killed it.
All right. So segment 5.
This,
This one's going to be fun. No, it's not quick for me.
Can I read the segment, gentlemen?
Not quick for
Please,
me,
please.
brother.
Who's the most interesting love interest of Thor?
This one's quick. I'll say mine. She-Hulk.
I'm surprised by that answer.
What,
Not
what was
gonna
the
lie.
question?
Jason Aaron's run,
No,
right?
read the question again.
It was the most fun.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Interesting. I would say Jane Foster.
I'd say She-Hulk from Thor Volume 2, Issue 31,
I
2000.
forget.
Continue.
I like Lady Sif.
Storyline was part of Heroes Reborn universe. Thor had one arm, right? I believe.
Well, this happened in Heroes Reborn.
Yes.
What?
Their relationship was notable for being a significant and serious romantic between two major Marvel superheroes. The storyline showed Thor and She-Hulk. Why? Did we ask for this? Chemistry and palatability bonded over shared experiences in being a powerful being. Written by Dan Jurgens, penciled by Dan Jurgens, inked by John Beatty. In these issues, Thor and Jennifer Walters shares a romantic moment and the relationship begins to blossom. Storyline explores the chemistry, like I said before. And then, again, in Sensational She-Hulk, written by Rainbow Roswell, art by Andrew Gannon, I believe it's pronounced. Well, anyway, during the Jason Aaron's run, Avengers run,
Yeah, that I
Hulk
know
and
about.
She-Hulk work side by side, leading the two shared a kiss in the
Yeah.
heat of battle.
She was
I just thought it was interesting that
the
they were,
Jason Aaron one. I remember.
Correct.
The other two, I wasn't sure.
it happened. I got it right here. She-Hulk, Volume 2.
It happened in Heroes Reborn,
I said during the Heroes Reborn universe, yes.
and then it happened in Dan Jurgens' run.
Correct. Sensational She-Hulk number 9.
Okay, that one he might get me on that one.
But
And then
yeah,
the Jason Aaron one, I
Oh.
know. I thought that was the most exciting one. Out of
in
them.
Hulk 10, as Jennifer laid in bed awake, seemingly becoming extravagant in the distance because of Jack of Hearts. They were together. Remember
Yeah,
Jack
they
of
were
Hearts?
dating.
And
Oh,
she
and Thor
goes-
was acting like
No.
the ex-boyfriend.
He gets a text. She gets a text and it says, "Are you up?"
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Well, here's what I know about that. In the Jason Aaron run,
Yep.
She-Hulk was going. Her powers were going crazy on her.
Yep.
She will Hulk up and she would be mindless, like the Green Hulk.
Yep.
And her mind was so like me smash. And after they would fight with the Avengers, after she fights with the Avengers, Thor's celebrating victory like the way Thor is, and he grabs
Thor and
he grabbed her
in
to
the
kiss.
moment,
Yeah, it was like the moment.
in the moment,
She had she had that like that fever. So
the Thor fever. You got
Yeah.
Jungle fever.
so basically they start making out, and this is not the same Jennifer Walters, the attorney
No.
and law and everything. This was like the Hulk She-Hulk, So they
I
had
thought it was interesting.
so they had that
Interesting. For
they were
sure.
having that physical relationship during Jason Aaron run
But
until
wait, what?
she spiced up and she's back to normal. Once she was back to normal, they weren't together no more.
So much for the quick segment. That was good.
That was
Yeah.
quick. I give you that one. I picked Jane Foster
Of
because
course.
she became Thor and everything. She was dealing with cancer. And the moment Thor finds out she had cancer,
That was
and her
deep.
powers was keeping her,
Alive.
okay, but at the same time was going to kill her.
Yeah.
It kind of became an emotional thing for me, for Thor,
Mhm.
feeling for Thor and feeling for Jane Foster. That I thought that was more fascinating
Yes.
than the funniness of the She-Hulk. So
Yeah. Well, I thought. I mean, the question was interesting. I thought that was interesting. But I
it's
mean,
interesting. Different
on your
ways.
point, that man, Jason
was-
Aaron's a beast. It's crazy because when I first saw the new Thor, which was Jane Foster, I'm like, come on, what the hell? But then as I read it, and I'm like, you know what, this is
This
interesting.
is very interesting.
Yeah,
And she joined the Avengers, a version of the Avengers for a while too.
She
I
even
was
had a
genuinely
fling
surprised
with-
by her run as well.
Yes,
And she had
It was
a fling
good.
with Sam Wilson too.
Very well written, and the art was great too,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Very well written.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Still be our short.
Interesting. Now this last one.
This one's long.
This
So
one's gonna take a minute.
this will probably lead us right to the end. So, segment 6, Marvel Comics has had Thor fight other gods of mythology in various storylines. Give me 3 of your favorite enemies of Thor who are classified as gods, and name 3 more you'd like to see Thor fight. You can have an honorable mention for this. Give me gods from mythologies. Let's hear it. What do you guys have?
Want
Give me
me to
your.
give you before I do the honorable mentions. Want me to just
Let's
give you
do our
what I got?
first three. The first,
Yeah, you do your first 3, and then I'll.
the first 3. I'll start at 3. I would like to, because he fought many
Yeah,
times.
let's hear that he's fought.
Hercules from the Greek mythology.
Hercules.
I mean, like we
Yeah,
spoke
yeah,
about
we'll
him
talk
earlier,
about it. Yeah,
so
just go
we'll
through your
move
list.
on.
You're good.
Number 2, Galactus from the cosmic mythology. And number 1, Loki, his half brother from the Asgardian mythology.
Gotta be Loki.
And from my other 3 of different mythologies, I would like to see him fight Thor. I would have loved, even though we know about him, I never saw them fight. Perun, the Slavic god. I would like to see him fight Thor. Zeus, the Greek mythology, even though he fought many times with them, I would like to see another round of them because
They fought actually.
Thor
Mhm.
getting more stronger over the years.
I'm
They
so
fought in
sorry.
comics.
Redwood just said, I know it's not, or it's probably not possible, but I would love to love it if they made Kratos and Thor fight scene in a movie. Kratos from God of War on
God of War.
PlayStation. Yeah.
And it's funny you said that.
I think Kratos will kill him.
My number 1, I even though it's not Kratos, I did pick a Greek God of War, Ares, the
Ares,
God
yeah.
of War. So I would like to see
Nice.
him fight Thor.
Nice.
So
All right, my
good,
3.
good one.
I got you got Loki, and I knew you were gonna pick Loki, so I didn't go Loki. I could have went Loki. Could have.
What's that?
All right, I'm gonna throw a curveball. You ready?
Oh, here we go.
Glory. Do you remember Glory from the Chaos Wars? Chaos King.
War. Chaos War, yes.
All right, let me just touch on this. Created by Craig Pack, artists Fran Vale, Lenti, and J.D. Demantis. Glory, first appearance in Chaos War number 3. An Eldritch abomination known as Glory is actually the psychic embodiment of an entire pantheon of dark gods and contains within over 10,000 entities and worlds that were worshipped on. Ready?
Right.
Glory, aka Chaos King. This being was described as having powers of 10,000 gods. P, how many?
10,000 gods.
Glory created the power of glory. Imagine of all the gods of Asgard were in one being contained in the body of Odin.
The Chaos King.
Holy, I gotta say it, holy shit. You'll get some sense of just how powerful Glory is. Glory was an alien god which was comprised of numerous worlds inhabited by individuals. During the Chaos King War, blah, 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 they fought. Thor conjured up all this power to end up shattering them. And Thor ended up killing all the individual gods that were tied to him. Now, my second one is the Serpent. Serpent was created in the Marvel Universe comics by Matt Fraction and Stuart Imanian.
The brother of Odin.
The first appearance of Fear itself, the Serpent, while his death occurred in Fear itself, number 7, Thor's Day, the enactment.
Which the serpent in Nordic mythology is called the Olkenheimer. I believe.
Asgard god feared. He was the Asgard god of fear, locked away by Odin himself countless ages ago. Thanks to sin, the Red Skull's daughter has been unleashed upon the world once more. Hol Borson as he was named. Was born to Born Bronson, blah, blah, blah. To two brothers of Odin, father Korborson, otherwise referred as the Serpent, an indestructible, invincible power god. He is a living embodiment of fear. Cole was responsible for the Fear itself storyline.
This series, Fear itself.
Really, really
Yeah,
good.
very good series.
Odin feared his brother so much that he fled the earth, taking the rest of the Asgardians in preparation to raise the planet to make the god. Blah 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 blah. He once ripped Captain America's shield into pieces and created a slew of magical hammers to empower various heroes and villains. And my number one is Surtur. It's got to be Surtur, man.
Surtur.
I'm telling you, bro.
Back to Surtur.
The god, the king of fire giants. He is a demon, gigantic proportions, and one of the greatest threats of Asgard. He wields the powerful Twilight Sword.
Good choices.
Remember we were talking about the Twilight Sword that actually could probably kill Null?
Yes,
That
we're
would
talking
probably
about
be
the
one.
Giant sword, yes.
Yeah.
And it's capable of destroying the universe. The Lord of whatever, the King of Fire giant Surtur is the foe unlike Thor has ever battled. The Colossus figure, Surfer, is is considered the ultimate threat to Asgard. Basically, he sits in the background. He actually took it to Odin one time and killed him, which was
talked
amazing.
about that earlier, yep.
And now I'm going to hand this to my boy. And if you can, no, on the bottom I have my four that I wanted to see.
Yes.
You could read the names and read the little things that I wrote about them because
Yes,
I don't want to
absolutely.
chop up.
He don't want. He don't want
He doesn't want to butcher the name.
He
Yeah.
butchers names like they're
So
from tomorrow.
this is Tommy's
Like
The Butcher.
This is Tommy's top three of the gods in mythology he wants to see fight Thor, and then the honorable mention. I'll go through the first three.
Go for it.
One, Anubis, the Egyptian mythology.
Okay,
As
fair.
the god of mummification and the afterlife, Anubis would be a
Anubis.
fascinating opponent for Thor. Their battle can explore themes of morality, the afterlife, and balance between life and death. Number two,
Rape him up,
Ball.
make him a mummy.
Number two, Baal, the Cantonese mythology. Baal, the storm god, would be intriguing match for Thor, given their similar domain over the elements. Their conflict could delve into the differences between their methodical backgrounds and nature of their power. Last one,
He got balls.
There's some
Baal.
balls.
Balls.
Balls on the balls.
Balls on the balls.
Three, Kali of the Hindu mythology, the goddess of time, change, and destruction. Kali would be a formidable foe for Thor. Her imminence, power, and complex symbolism would make for a compelling battle, exploring themes of destruction, rebirth, and the cycle of nature of time. The honorable mention is Lugh, the Celtic mythology, as the god of light, craftsmanship, and war. Lugh would be an interesting opponent for Thor. Their battle could explore the intersection of light and darkness.
We're good.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna redo that. Their battle can explore the intersection of light, darkness, as well as the cultural differences between their respective mythology traditions, being Celtic and Nordic.
Everybody got that?
That's your homework. That's your homework next week. The reason why I went with those gods or other beings other than, I mean, Thor fought everybody. You saw it. You even said it. Galactus, dude, he fought Hercules.
Zeus.
He fought Zeus. He fought all these gods,
Right.
Well, why not see him do something different?
Yeah,
I
agree.
You had better answers than mine.
Grab a decent
Mine
writer.
was just like fanboys answers. Yours was
Grab like
legit.
a Jason Aaron or something. Grab a decent writer, a half decent artist, and come up with
all
something.
these writers: Jason Aaron, Jake Krasinski, Dan Jurgens,
Mike Wazowski.
Tom DeFalco, like these Downey Gates. These writers carry Thor into like
On their back.
the pride of Thor and stories that they tell. I gotta give them all props on that.
Yeah, so being able to see them do something on those storylines, that would be really cool.
Yeah,
Just something different,
something different. We love it.
Because I mean, as many times as they revamp and Ragnarok everything every year or whatever, something different, a new perspective.
Even in the latest series,
Yeah.
More than Thor. I got prop this because I'm in volume 3. Written by Al Ewing. Volume 3 has artwork by Valentina Pinte and Jen Bazudua, with cover artist by Alex Ross.
Ross's boss.
I love the series. I'm waiting for volume 3. I'm going to read that and I'm going to love it.
I believe Alex Ross did your shirt as well. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, flex.
did the Avengers
Nice.
for Thor, and
Yeah.
you know he got two teammates. His artwork is phenomenal. I still got it. But Al Ewing's story with the Immortal Thor is very unique. It's a different take now on Thor and what's going to happen. It will lead to the death of Thor, but I don't believe Thor's going to stay dead forever, just like other people we know. But it's a good story. He also did Immortal Hulk, and that was pretty good. If you ever
Yes,
read
that's
that,
true.
so but I highly recommend it. Volume 3 will be out soon. Get it. I highly recommend it.
Question for you. After, for example, I knew that Thor was going to die too, or eventually going to die.
I saw the solicitor.
Who do you think is going to pick up the hammer after, or step in as the role?
That's a
Well,
good question.
Will Valkyrie
I
pick
got
it
a
up?
good answer for
Jane
this.
Foster had it at one time.
I got a good answer, and on the theme of
Oh.
Father's Day this weekend, I'm going to say this:
Odin.
Odin is going to teach him a lesson.
Oh,
He's going to merge him with another human being.
And he's going to give the Thor to the.
Loki's going to get involved, give this hammer to somebody else, and create a whole new hero.
I messed up my joke. I'm
And
sorry.
in the end, Thor will come back to normal. I think that's
Or Odin's going to teach him a lesson and give Mjolnir to Jeff the Shark.
A quick shout out to Odin. Happy All Father's Day.
all Poppy Day.
And yes, your son's
So,
still
seriously,
fun.
who do you think could pick up the mantle?
Like
Not
Now?
nowadays. Well, whatchamacallit? Bill doesn't have a hammer, right?
Bill still has his hammer.
He does. 'Cause I know it was shattered at one time. It disappeared.
He got it back.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did he step in a store again?
It could be a different character. It could be a new character. We don't know. I mean, he's doing this run on Mortal Thor. The new series comes out in August. I have to double check on the new creative team.
Okay.
I'll give it props on between the panels.
Okay.
But it depends on who the new writer is and where they take it. So
Gotcha.
I enjoy the ride. Me personally, I enjoy the ride when I'm reading it. Like these stories that we've talked about, great stories. Thor is a very complicated character,
Yes.
and entertaining as a god and fighting all these heroes and villains. And I'm always entertained. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What gets me with Marvel is with all the revamps. Like, is the original Thor series like canon still technically, or it's not?
Or canon.
Because they scrap stuff.
Only because of Ragnarok and everything. But
I'm saying they scrap everything, but
you always go back.
yeah.
There's been this interesting talks on how that works. I've heard it be referred to as the original timeline. So even though there's revamps, there's things that are missing out here and there that are no longer considered canon. I guess technically they are still canon because they're part of one time strain.
Gotcha.
So a little weird to think about, but I guess that's how that works.
Thor's history over the years. I mean, there's so many stories they're still going to be telling. Recently, I read about how the Phoenix was the mother of Thor, or another mother of Thor.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
And also Odin at one point was an Avengers back in the
Yeah, we
in
talked
DC.
about that
So
earlier. Yeah.
there's so many timeline storylines, whether it's Thor now, Thor in the future, Thor in the past, Thor before Thor was born. There's so many good stories that are out and still coming out. So
Yeah, definitely.
he's a very good story. You get
Love
the
him.
right
It's
writer.
probably
It's
one of my
pretty good.
favorite.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Marvel.
I know you.
characters.
Oh, fun fact before we hang up. When I met Tommy, we all know he's an artist. In high school, I remember watching him draw Mjolnir. It was in the way he drew it on a whole sheet of paper. It was just Mjolnir, no Thor, no hammer, no superhero. It was just the way he wrote it. I mean, drew it. With the saying of whoever possessed the power of Thor, and then he drew lightning hitting the hammer and how it the flashback to it. And I remember the first time I saw it, I said, dude, we were talking about that. I said, dude, that is awesome. I was so hyped up by how it looked. And Tommy one time, and I still hold this to you this day, he would look at me and go, dude, one of these days, it's going to be a tattoo. And I always pictured Tommy's going to do this one day. I hope he does it one day. You never got it. And I always wonder whatever happened to that artwork. But I'm going to tell you right now, props. Like, I've seen many artists in comics who draw Mjolnir, but that was my first venture when I first saw the hammer, the way you drew it. And it's mind-blowing, even the way I keep thinking and remembering it.
And on that note, I wanted to get the Hammer of Thor, and I wanted to get the Excalibur. Because that was one of my all-time favorite movies, because, the magical sword of Merlin and everything, they blessed the sword, Excalibur, and that movie is still, to this day, one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's never too late.
It's Excalibur.
Excalibur and Mjolnir.
Nah, I don't like pain. If anything, I'm gonna get some Cracker Jack and put it on and just
draw it. Just
yeah. I'll get a temporary tattoo, but I got bit in the butt one time. True story. I went on vacation and I don't know. I saw what was it? Dust Till Dawn. Remember he had tattooed on there?
Yeah.
So I had like this dragon on my neck that went to my arm. Temporary tattoo.
Temporary.
It was dope. I was rocking a tank top. I was chilling at the beach. I was at Virginia Beach.
Man.
Got a suntan. Tattoo went away. I had the mark outline of the dragon on my
Sunburn, yeah. Funny as hell.
Dude,
Oh my God.
I just kept going. What happened to your tattoo? What happened to your tattoo? I was in the salt water. It all came off.
I like those
Never
people. It's
forget.
a real tattoo. And all of a sudden,
Never get. Everyone was like, "Yo, that tattoo's sick." I was like, "Yo, thanks."
I had a gun.
I look at you like, are you gonna finish that tattoo or what?
Took him a Sharpie. I'm feeling it in. I was feeling it. I got different color Sharpies. I was like, "Oh my God!" But good time. Fun fact.
That's
Good fun fact.
fantastic. I'm so happy that that's what we're ending this with.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for joining us for season 2 of Comic Convo Express.
Thank you.
Everybody who's watching on the lives, do not fret. We're still going to be going through in between. Or I'm sorry,
Between the panels.
Between the
panels.
sheets. Between the sheets.
Between the
Eater.
Between the panels will continue during our break. We
Yes.
will update you guys as soon as we know when season 3 is returning. For the YouTube crew, obviously this will be posted way after Father's Day and all that jazz. So we'll see you guys soon. We'll see you guys
God
and
bless.
follow and keep up with more.
Please like, follow, leave a comment.
This has been Comic Convo Express season 3.
Yo.
Yo. See you in
Season 3.
I say V3.
I see this.
I say V3.
Season 3.